Yeah, so do you want to do like a set review or something?
Yeah, let's take a look at some of it.
Because I remember we did Outland, which was fun, but I don't think we did one for Scala, man.
No, we didn't. Because Hearthstone's been kind of... Jesus Christ. Just going to a site, and the first thing on Twitch is I see this webcam type girl. I was like, Jesus.
Hey,
No disrespect towards that.
Melfice, show some respect. People are there for the cards.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they are, right? Yeah, no disrespect towards female streamers that show more skin.
No, there's some legitimately good Hearthstone streamers, female streamers.
Oh yeah, there's a lot, dude. I just saying is.
For example, she's like one of the highest rated Battlegrounds players.
Who?
Soissa.
Oh yeah, and Nicolina's pretty good. Who else?
Yeah. Hoff, who hasn't played in a while, but
she's into Among Us though now.
Players. Yeah.
Yeah, she flips games like no tomorrow. Anyways, it's great to have Rev back. It's been a long, long time, Rev. We got to make sure this doesn't happen again. But let's be honest, though. Let's be honest. Hearthstone's been kind of stagnant for quite some time, right?
I mean, I still play, I don't know, probably once a week or so.
Yeah, I do usually my 5 wins to get the card back, and that's pretty much it. And once in a while I'll mess around in Wild, but we're going to take a look at... So I guess which site's best now for this stuff? Hearthstone?
Let's go to Hearthstone.
All cards revealed.
Yeah.
We'll just do Hearthstone. Okay, let's go here, Rev. There we go. We haven't done this for a shit long time. All right. So do we go to full screen? Nah, we'll just do this. All right. So let me know if you could see. The stream doesn't have a bad delay at all, by the way. Oh man, look at this ad. Get out of there.
So you're on the page with all the cards. Right?
Yeah, all cards review, and the first one's Demon Hunter.
Demon Hunter.
Perfect. So let's take a look. The first one is a incredible legendary. So let's look at stats and cost first, and then the text. Okay, 5 mana, 5/3. But let's look at the battle cry. Battle cry: copy the left and right most cards in your hand. Okay, so that means you're guaranteed to get 2 copies, right? One on the left and one on the right.
Yeah, unless there's only one other card in your hand, but generally speaking, yeah.
Very situational, but Demon Hunter has always been about position, so a lot of times people keep stuff like, what's it called? Hand to go down on the left or hand side and starting mulligan. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. My initial gut, it could be good, but I'm assuming this would be more of a control-ish, mid-range-ish card. I don't think aggro would be interested in it.
I think you really got to get a lot of value
And that would...
out of that battle cry, because those stats make me sad.
Yeah, exactly. The stats are definitely not something aggro would be in. So, what the hell, man? What's up with these garbage ads? I hate it. Anyway, I should get a blocker on this too. Okay, so second up. So I agree with you. It's most likely going to be a control card. Now, there has been control niche Demon Hunter, so it might see some play in that, but definitely not aggro or more soul-based. Or here we go for another...
How do you pronounce that?
Yeah, I know. Ilgalnoth. But anyways, it's another legendary. I love the art, by the way. It's not a demon, which is interesting. It doesn't have the demon tag. So it's 4 mana, 2/6. Not bad for stats. Let's look at it's lifesteal. Okay, your lifesteal damages the enemy hero instead of healing you.
So presumably this is effectively a 4/6 when it attacks.
Yes.
The hero.
Yes. So
And
interesting.
It also, changes your lifesteal spells.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It's unique in that regards. I actually kind of like it. I wonder if they're going to start supporting more of a... Warlock has that kind of synergy, right? Where it likes to... It had a few cards that damage the other hero. Remember, what was that one that would put you in your hand, and if you don't play it, it kept giving a tick of damage every turn? Start of your turn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting they're dabbling in that a little bit. Now, as a 2/6 priest... do run pain, so that could be easily dealt with. But for everyone else, I mean, that's going to take a little bit of commitment to remove. I mean, by turn 4, especially if you have coin, turn 3, a lot of classes aren't going to be able to remove a 6 health minion. So interesting. What do you think about it? I like it. I like its flavor.
I mean, it's got good stats, but I think it, like, Demon Hunter probably just hasn't been pushed enough in that control direction yet, right? Like,
exactly.
Like, this might be a card that's pretty good in, like, a set or two, right? But for now, I don't know if it'll find a place.
Yeah, but it's interesting. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it. And if it gets buffed, it could be pretty... But do Demon Hunters have buffs, really? No, not really. They do... There's some neutral cards that... Was that 3-mat?
They've got a lot of synergy for stuff dying.
Yeah, so they don't really have anything for buffs. And they said that too, because you remember when they first revealed the card, the hero, they said, oh, it looks like it's very tokenish. What's going to be different between that and the Druid? Well, we go, well, Druids have buffs. The Demon Hunter will not, so... At least not for a while. The next one, though, is a Still Stepper.
Stilts, yeah.
Stilts. I thought it said 2 L's. Damn it. To get new glasses. So it's a 3-mana, 4/1, horrible stats. Let's look at the battle card. Draw a card. If you play it on this turn, give your hero +4 attack this turn. Ooh. I don't know, man. It's very situational. It is card draw, so...
It's card draw and an attack buff, which is pretty good.
The problem is you almost never going to play that on curve, though, because to get the full value of the value. It could be good for late game push, so a little extra damage or removal potential. I kind of like it. At worst case, I think aggro is going to use it. Reason being is because it's card draw, right?
Yeah.
But
I think worst case scenario is it's like a bigger loot order.
Yeah, exactly. Matter of fact, yeah.
In best case scenario, you get something that's really good, and you get to then play it right away. Then you get to get your +4 attack.
Exactly.
I don't know. The thing I was comparing it to is it's kind of like an SI7 agent, right?
Yeah, it is.
Like it's like you combo it in reverse, right? Like you play the Stilt Stepper, and then you have to decide if you like activate the combo effect or not, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
I like it.
I like it. I think it'll be more in aggressive decks. I don't think Control would really like it. It's possible Control could use it too, but I don't think there's going to be room for it. And Control have plenty of card draw. Okay, so Expendable Performers. I love the title. 7 mana, so let's look at it. Love the art, by the way. Summon 7 1/1s with Rush. If they die this turn, summon 7 more. Also, I'll have to die. Alright, so that's... could be easy to do by turn 7 because you're going to have a lot of beefy minions by then.
Really good at killing wide board.
Yes.
One really big minion.
Yes, I like the card.
Totally awkward if it's like a medium-sized board, though.
I agree. So it's good against control-ish, maybe mid-range-ish decks. Against aggro, not so great. But
it eats like a token Druid's lunch, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now, I was going to say, this could go potentially good in your tokenish deck that you like.
That was the point I was going to get into, is you've seen that token Demon Hunter that I run that has Lore Keeper Polkit in there.
Yes.
The idea is you play Lore Keeper, and then the very next card you draw is going to be Nathandromus, and then after that you draw like all your like token spawning and like Russian cards.
Yep.
So that would fit in really well with that deck.
Yeah, I like it. The only thing is it's a little expensive, though. But it potentially could give you a lot of value and tempo.
Yeah,
so
it's really good when you get the
and it depends on the meta. If the meta... Well, the meta hasn't really been that aggressive, so I can't, especially with Paladins. Paladins have those 8/8s with Divine Shield, so I can see this card seeing good amount of play. It depends on where the meta is going to be. If it's very fast-paced, very small minions, then maybe not. But I do think this card has big potential. And by the way, I have this, the next card up on the list, this Fel Steel Executioner. I have this already in game. I forgot how you got it. I think just by logging in. So it's a 3-mana, 4/3 stat-wise are excellent. We've seen kind of set up before.
I think flavor-wise, this is one of the coolest cards.
Yes, Corrupt. Become a weapon. Now let's recap on Corrupt. Corrupt is where you play a more expensive card or you don't play an expensive card. I forget what.
So it's So it's when you play a card that's more expensive than the cost of the corrupt card.
Interesting.
So to corrupt this, you need to play a card that costs 4 or more.
So it's a turn 7 to get value then.
Yeah.
Now, a quick question: corrupt
it doesn't have to be in the same turn.
Oh,
right?
I was going to ask you that. If that's the case, then that's awesome. It's a little bit different
So you can, on turn 4 or turn 3 with the coin, you can play a 4-drop.
And get a corrupt.
And then on the following turn, or whenever from that point on, you can play the corrupted version. So in normal gameplay without the coin, like you'd play any of the corrupt cards like 2 turns later, basically.
Perfect. Good. The fact that it...
Or 1 turn later with the coin.
Oh, good. Because I was going to say, if corrupt worked where it has to be played on that turn, then it's not that great. But it's way different from Farius corrupt. But I like it. Become a weapon. So that means it becomes a 4/3 weapon for 3 mana. That would see play.
Yeah, which is a very, very efficient weapon.
Oh, dude, it's amazing. Yeah. Definitely going to see play.
Upgraded Fiery War Axe.
In worst case scenario, if you going against an aggressive deck, you play it at 3 mana, 4/3 is a good statted minion. I like it. Very flexible.
There are plenty of matchups where you just like play your ooze.
Yeah, exactly. And next up, yeah, I agree. I think this is an excellent deck, and I think it'd be good in any mid-range and obviously aggressive deck as well. With, I don't know about control, but
it's like Demon Hunter's got good weapon competition.
Yes, it does.
That is a very efficient weapon if you can corrupt that well enough.
Yeah.
Something I'm not sure of is if card draw effects activate the corrupt retroactively. Like I'm thinking specifically of Skull and Gul'dan.
Oh, that's a good question.
If you play Skull and this is one of your 3 cards drawn, does it corrupt immediately?
Or does it have to be in your hand? I think it has to be in your hand, but I could be wrong. Who knows? We'll have to test it out next week, right? Tuesday's when it goes live, right?
Because if you get to top deck a 4/3 weapon,
that's pretty. That's pretty amazing, especially when it gets discounted by 2, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so
speaking of chucking face,
here. So next card up is the first demon of this list, I think. 6 mana, 6/6 stats are perfectly good, or whatever you want to call it. Good stats. Yes. Bladed Lady. So rush. Cost 1. Cost 1 if your hero has 6 or more attack. That is amazing because, as we all know right now, Demon Hunter could get 6+ attack.
It's not super hard to do if you equip the weapon on the previous turn and then you get some weapon buffs out. It's not too hard to do.
Let's take a look at this.
And a 6/6 rush if you have to just play it.
Yeah,
on its own.
It is perfectly fine. Seems a little bit too strong. We'll have to see. Dust Refund Inc. Yeah, they're already calling it. That's why I was thinking, that this card's gonna. To me, it looks like a little bit too powerful.
I'm just comparing it to Amani Warbear. Saw a lot of play.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a similar stat allocation, but it's cheaper and sometimes a lot cheaper.
Exactly, and I'm really looking forward to... I love the Demon Hunter. I know people a lot of hate it, but it's such a fun class. And thinking of throwing, as you said before, we have a throw card again. This one's 1 mana, so it's deal 2 damage to a minion. Excellent for the cost. If it dies, add a temporary copy of this to your hand. So it's basically... In theory, this could be a huge removal tool too, right? Turn 10...
Very flexible.
Yeah, oh god, man, that's so nice. They give so many good tempo cards to Demon Hunter, man.
It reminds me a lot of Defile.
Yes.
Where you kind of like set up the board state and then you just annihilate everything.
Exactly. I think this has a little... this might be a little bit more difficult than Defile, maybe? Nah, probably not. Choose a lot, dude.
Talking about the same kind of thing. Like you set up your weapons and you set up specific trades so that, you can use your blades to clear the whole board. Exactly.
I like it a lot. I think it'll see play for sure. It's just too good not to, right? And Demon Hunter, Demon Hunter really... Oh, God, man, I would love something like this for Druid, man. Druid always has issues with the removal. All right, so next up, we have a 4-mana 3/3. So stat line is not that great for the cost. Renowned, what's it called? Performer. Rush, okay. Death Rattle. Summon 2/1/1 assistants with taunt. I like it. Especially, it could actually combo with this throw card too. Throw Greaves right here, right? If you think about it.
Yeah, so it's probably most comparable to the Warrior Mummy. I forget
Yes.
what the full name of the card is, but the 3/2 Reborn Rush Mummy. Very comparable to that. Probably not as strong.
No. But it's a good anti-aggro card. I mean, they potentially have to go through 2/1/1s. So I like it. I'm definitely going to mess with this. I think it's going to probably.
It does have a lot of stats.
Yes, it does.
I'm just hesitant because it's like, it's an aggressive card, but it's also a defensive card.
Yeah, very flexible, and it could be. I think this is more of a mid-range card if you think about it. We'll see. If it didn't have Rush, it wouldn't be playable. It'd be too slow.
Oh, for sure.
Because you're not going to play a 4-mana 3/3 with Death Rattle, summon 2 taunts. There's definitely better cards. Okay, another demon up here, a Fellhound. All right, so it's a 3-mana 2/5. Ooh, stats quite really good actually, and more importantly, it has taunt, corrupt, gain +1/+1, and lifesteal. Very strong card. I would say even, well, no, aggressive doesn't like to hold on to stuff, right? So they're probably not going to be an aggressive deck. Definitely mid-range and definitely in control. It's a very strong card because then it's going to be 3-mana 3/6 with lifesteal. It's insane.
Yeah.
Very good card.
I'm a little hesitant of like corrupt cards in Demon Hunter.
Oh, you don't think it's going to be good enough?
Because I don't know, we don't really play a lot of. So okay, so the way I'm seeing it shape out, right, is I feel like the classes that corrupt is going to be good in is like the classes that have really strong like mid-range and late like board clears.
Oh, you're right.
Because you play your 5 or 6 mana board clear, you clear the board out, and then you reload with your like upgraded powerful like corrupt cards, right?
Exactly.
It's like your tempo swing, right?
Exactly. This would be
the issue with board clears is often that they, maybe they get you 2 or 3 or 4 for 1 value, right? But they don't always necessarily swing the board.
Exactly.
But if you can reload in the same turn or a lot on the following turn with corrupt cards, then that's pretty strong. So like I think that like probably in like Warrior, Warlock,
Priest. Yeah, Priest would love this.
Maybe Mage. I feel like the corrupt cards are pretty strong.
Yep. Because especially if it's turn 10, you Flame Strike, then play this bad boy for Mage.
Yeah, but like like the likes of like Paladin and Shaman, like Shaman doesn't have expensive spells; they have overload spells.
Yeah, man.
The whole point is that your shit is cheap.
Yep.
So like how do you have that many cards to consistently activate corrupt, right?
Interesting and good points.
I think Paladin struggles with it for the same reason. Like Paladin wants to be like gradually like building the board, buffing things, and like I feel like taking slow turns to activate corrupt is like not what they want to be doing, right?
Yeah, I agree. So we'll see if this fits, but stat-wise and text-wise is very good.
Oh, and of course Druid too.
Oh yeah, Druid. I would love this in Druid, man. Because Druid has ramp. They could get up to 10 mana way before anyone else. So Druid, I wish this was a Druid card. Matter of fact, I haven't even seen all the Druid cards. I think I've seen one or two of the Legendaries, so I can't wait for that. Next up, though, Relentless Pursuit. 3 mana. Give your hero +4 attack and immune this turn. Very strong, especially if you combo that with other stuff. I like it, but will it see play, though? This kind of leans towards a more... It could go for aggressive decks too, but I don't know. Do you think it's going to see play? It's not bad. It's just, where is it going to fit?
Not bad. So I mean, the best thing about the card, right, is you can play it with Warglaves.
Yes.
You can kill like 4 big things and have immune. Oh, and the cool thing about Warglaves too is when you use the final, because of the text on Warglaves, when you use the final swing, you get to swing again with your hero.
Oh man,
even though the weapon's gone, so you get 5 swings out of Relentless Pursuit with the +4 attack and immune.
Yeah,
So you can like probably clear some like pretty like chunky mid-range boards, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Or a couple of big things.
And I think it could even potentially see some good amount of play. It depends on where the direction Demon Hunter is going to go. Demon Hunter is more tempo and aggressive right now, so I could see that fitting in both. But because it's guaranteed 4 damage, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you have to trade into something, your life's... I think it's a good card. I like it.
And Blade Dance is what, 2 mana?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Right there, yeah. I think it's a very good card.
Yeah.
I like it. And next up, we have a redeemed card. Look at the art, though, dude. It's amazing. It's 2 mana, 2/3, perfect, good stat lines. After you play an Outcast card, gain +1/+1. So, ooh. The only thing is, if you play it on... Oh, wait, it's not a battle cry. Okay, never mind. So, if it's on board, not removed, it's actually not that bad. I like it.
Basically just like a more specific questing adventure.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's good. Oh, you mean it stacks?
So,
or is it just one? Oh, no, it is stack.
no. Yeah, it keeps going.
Oh, okay.
So when I saw this card, I was very excited and then very disappointed immediately after, because I had just seen the throwing glaives, and and I was thinking like, oh man, like if only, you know.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because like technically, like once you play the throwing glaive, it's always going to be on the right hand side of your hand, but it's not an Outcast card.
Imagine how open. Oh, dude, that would be so broken if it was. So broken.
So the cool thing is Altruist, for example, doesn't specify Outcast cards. It just says your leftmost or your rightmost card.
Also,
so
that's good for
So
Cinder.
you can play Altruist with glaives and just like.
Dude, that's so OP. I guarantee there's gonna be some nerfs again. But I like this card, but you're right. It's very situational. So at best, you might get 1 proc, maybe 2. I don't see it being a questing adventure type level card. I don't think so. It's still good though. You play it on curve. It's a good statted minion. So and it's soft taunt. People are definitely going to remove it. So they're not going to allow it to sit.
Yep. Are you on Twitch right now? Or?
Yeah, I'm on Twitch. I decided to stream Twitch. I usually do Hearthstone on YouTube, but tonight we'll do on Twitch. And then next up, we have a Line Hopper. 3 mana, 3/4. Oh, good stats. Pretty vanilla. Your Outcast cards cost 1 less. Ooh, a soft taunt that must be dealt with quickly. And I love the art. Good card. You would play that on curve anyways, right? A matter of fact, I don't even think Demon Hunter really has that many good 3-drops, does it, offhand, that are good stats? If I remember right, no.
So there's...
Matter of fact, we will check. Let's check right now.
There's the Satyr, right, that you want to set up your weapon for.
We will check, because offhand, I don't think... Alright, oh, well, we do have the Legendary, but that doesn't count. Yeah. That's the new one.
Yeah, the Satyr's the big one.
And then we do have the Mage, but the Mage Hunter is very... Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, I forgot about this guy. And the rest are not... Or situational. Like this Mystic here is situational, obviously, for a certain type of deck. You would never play her just in a deck without soul synergy. This guy's is also niche as well, so... Alright, so that's a good option for a 3-cost Demon Hunter. Doesn't really have a lot of... Has competition, obviously. Actually, huge competition, to kind of think of it. So I'm assuming you would probably have to build a deck around it to rather not take the Satyr, because the other one's probably better overall. But they're both must removes, but one gives you value, especially if... Druid's coming up next. Acrobatics, let's see, 3 mana, draw 2 cards. If you... Draw 2 cards. If you play both this turn, draw 2 more. Well, that's insane, dude.
Yeah.
Would you say that's better than Gul'dan? No, Gul'dan gives discount. That's insane, though, man.
I mean, it's just it's Arcane Intellect with like a bonus sometimes.
And how hard would it be to? It's obviously. I mean, shit. 3 mana, 2/2. Yeah, Arcane Intellect. That's he's playing Mage all the time. Interesting card. Well,
there's not a whole lot to say. It's just,
yeah.
Sometimes you draw 2 cards and sometimes you draw 4.
Yep. I like it. I like it. And then next up we have another weapon. It's a 3 mana 3/2. So it's pretty standard stats. Kind of Warrior doesn't really play their axe thing anymore. But here, let's look at the Dreadlord's Bite. Outcast, deal 1 damage to all enemies. Ooh, that's nice. I think this will probably see play.
Yeah, it's Death's Bite, like a turn earlier.
Yep, it is. And you saw, the only thing is it is a little bit more situational, but you would definitely probably keep that in your opening hand, so if potentially all the way to the left if you can. So yeah, I think it's good. I like it. And then last but not least, Fel Scream Blast. Okay, 1 mana, lifesteal. Okay, deal 1 damage to all minions and its to a minion and its neighbor. So it's not the whole board, but it could be an easy good removal against early game minions, or to finish it off. Plus, it could be heal. I like it.
It's one of those cards that's so small that it's meta dependent.
Yeah, it is very meta dependent.
I mean, lifesteal does scale with spell damage, so
it does. Maybe
it's always that.
Maybe Thanos in what was it called?
Blood Mage.
Blood Mage in Demon, or who would ever think about that? We could, and you never know. Okay, Druid's up, my favorite class. So let's look at the Druid. All right, 2 are Legendaries. Looks like they're starting off with Legendaries in these lists these days. What is this? A 5 mana 4/6. Not bad stats, I like. Taunt. Okay, good. Druid tends to struggle against aggro. Very good card just for the taunt alone. I'm not even thinking about the rest of it. Death Rattle. Give a random friendly minion. Okay, so it's a gift that keeps on giving. Wow, that's a very strong card, dude.
Yeah, you can keep playing things and they.
That's very. What about this in Token Druid too? Man, I love this. Is going in all my Druid decks deep by default, no matter what. The only thing is Silence, but Silence has not really been in the meta, but it has been kind of. Demon Hunters do run that 1 cost.
Demon Hunters got good silence.
Yeah, so you're going to have to probably play around it a little bit, maybe, but no other class really. Well, Priest sometimes does too, but no, it's a strong card. No matter what, you got to.
At the end of the day, it's like if it gets silenced, you still just.
You got a 4/6 body on the. Yeah, exactly. Love it. Plus Druid can buff.
I don't think you're gonna cry.
No, this is just exactly what I think what Druid need. Druids really hurts with, especially with ramp. It really hurts with aggro. So that's very awesome. Very good. All right, so
this is also just the kind of card that like some matchups, it's just gonna like stonewall your.
Exactly. And it'll actually be. This will be very good with Enzoth in Wild too. By the way. Damn, man, that's such a good card. I love it. All right, so next up we have Chosen of Valun. Well, let's see. It's a 4 mana 2/2 horrible stats. Let's look at the battle call. Add a Solar Eclipse and Lunar Eclipse. Wow, very World of Warcraft here to your hand. Okay, let's look at the.
Yeah, and Lunar Eclipse and Solar Eclipse are both collectible cards, so you can look at them below.
Oh, really? Okay, let's go back.
Yeah, you can play them in your deck manually, but you can also.
Oh, here they are. Let's look at them while we're. Okay, Lunar Eclipse. Okay, 2 mana. Deal 3 damage to a minion. Your next spell this turn costs 2 less. That's actually very good. Yeah, that's good. Especially with Mount Cellar still seeing play in Druid decks. That's very good. Okay, let's look at the Solar Eclipse. 2 mana. Your next spell this turn costs. Oh, casts twice. Ooh.
So notably, you like Solar Eclipse into Lunar Eclipse, like
yeah.
Self-combos.
I think this is
pretty relevant since they're both added to your hand.
Yeah, and Druids love to ramp. I like this card. What do you think of it? Stat-wise, it sucks. You obviously want it for the 2...
setting up big plays. For
yep.
Later. Yeah.
Now, you know, the Survival of the Fittest, or whatever it's called, could buff this up pretty good, but you can't count on that. You can't count on what ifs. You just have to base the card on stats. So I like it. I like both of them. They're very good. Only thing is 4 mana 2/2, you lose tempo, but if you're ahead on ramp, you could get some good combos, like you said. It's a good card.
Yeah, I mean, you brought up like Survival of the Fittest, but like these are 2 spells that are like pretty good for like a kill.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Since one of them they're both cheap, and one of them reduces
Yep.
spell cost.
So I think we both agree that both legendaries are good, and they will see play. One definitely more, Gray definitely more than probably the other. No, actually, I think they're.
Greybow is. I mean.
I think they're.
Let me put it this way: like Greybow is probably the safer bet. But
yes.
Like, if either of them is going to break the game, it's probably the Moonkin.
Yeah, the Moonkin, which I love the art. Very World of Warcraft balance, which I play a balanced druid. So it's good. And there is a Lunar Eclipse and Solar Eclipse. Of course, they don't quite work like this. But anyways, next up, 2 mana, Guess the Weight. Love the art, by the way. Draw a card. Guess if your next card costs more or less to draw it. 2 mana, draw a card is very cool. Now, or it could potentially be, especially the way you build your deck, it could be almost guaranteed 2 mana, draw 2 cards.
And also, like, if you're just running a deck tracker, like you can pretty easily be like, okay, I've got 15 cards left in my deck. Like, what's the average cost of the remaining cards? What's the median cost? Like, you could do that quick, like, kind of like napkin math.
Yeah.
And probably get it like 75% of the time.
And then look at 2, man.
Not to mention, like, if you hit like a 1 cost. Like, it obviously can't be smaller. If you hit a 10 cost, it can't be bigger. So, like, there's times when, like, there's no guesswork involved.
Exactly. And then look at the combo with the Lunars and the Solar Eclipses. Look at that. So you could get this for 0 mana, draw a card. That would see play in every single class, right? Obviously, you need to combo it, but no, I like it. Very flexible. And I love the whole guessing mechanic type thing. It's kind of cool. I kind of hope they still embrace that going forward. Now, this one here. Oh, God, man, these stupid ads. I have to get an ad blocker on this browser. Where are we?
Way ahead of you.
There we go. Ward. 8 mana. Gain 8 armor. Summon a random 8 cost minion. By itself, that's actually not bad. Like, again, we have to remember Druid's ramp. 2 Druids struggle against aggressive decks. That could help massive swing in their favor. We'd have to look at the 8 cost minions. I'm pretty sure there's 8 cost taunts, but that's RNG. But that comboed with Solar Eclipse, tell me that is 16 armor and 2 8 cost minions. That's definitely going to see play.
Probably the best 8-drop you can get in standard right now, just like best general purpose 8-drop, is Plague Drake.
And tell me that
it's like that. What is it, like 8 mana, 8/5 death rattle, summon an 8-drop, something like that.
Something like I thought it was an 8/8, but you could be.
It's like a big stat stick.
Well, this is pre-expansion. Let's take a look. Let's go. Well, and it can summon Druid cards, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure how many of the random 8-drops have taunt right now.
Exactly. So if it summons Druid, Iron Bark, Protector, and Lucan Bark. So I would love to get those. Let's look at.
Is Lucan Bark still in standard?
He is, yes.
Okay.
And then let's go.
Which wood?
Oh no, he is. Whoops. Now sometimes they'll even do 7 cost, right? But no, it's an 8 cost. So yeah, he's Rise of Shadows. He goes out next spring.
Okay.
All right, so let's look at 8-drop. All right, here we go. We have their Arcane Devour. We definitely don't want that. But whenever you cast a spell, potentially could be good if you have. But the problem is, you only might be able to do 1 or spell afterwards. So, worst case.
Yeah, that's pipe dream.
Yeah. But Batterhead, though, he actually wouldn't be too bad because he gets Rush. So actually, that wouldn't be too bad for Druid to clean up the board. This dude could potentially be really good. Well, maybe not so great. Oh, this would be a low roll for 8 mana 4/4. So, this, though, I don't know if you'd want it. You'd want him for his body. But I don't know about that draw 8 cards, though.
This already just gets you killed.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Pit.
Running a very specific deck.
Exactly. This, 5.
Just low stats.
Oh, Harry, this is the one you're talking about. It's a Plague Proto Drake. It is 8/8. Summon a random. The value. And then, the only thing is this can't attack heroes, but it could help you clean... not the greatest. This, pretty sturdy minion. This, your other minions with... Well, that would be a low roll. And then that's it for 8 drops. And then, in Wild, well, we're not going to... Let's just take a quick... Wild, though, look at all the...
Yeah, we'd be here all night.
Yeah, we'd be here all night. Look at this. Rag, Proto Drake, Old Shredder, Boogie, the Boogeyman. Oh, the Lynch. Wild. Yeah, definitely better in Wild. All right, so I like it. I think it's going to see play, especially with the combo with the Lunar cards. And maybe Sunstrider will make a comeback, too. He's kind of goes in and out of the meta all the time. All right, next up, 9 mana. God damn this stupid shit. I'm going to have to go to a different browser next time. I never use Chrome, so I just used it for some reason tonight. All right, so where is it? Here we go. 9 mana, 10/10 Rush Taunt. Elemental for Druid again. Love the art. There is a 9 mana 9/9 with Rush that didn't see play neutral, but this has Taunt. Druid has huge problem with removal. But I like it, but I don't know. Wild, it might be good for... Man, I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah. So I feel like, because like the new N'Zoth summons a minion of each type, right?
So it might...
So this feels like the card it feels like it's very obviously like, please let me stay alive.
Yes.
So that so that you can play N'Zoth kind of thing.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's switch.
But yeah, speaking of Amani Warbear, that compares pretty favorably.
Let's... Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Let me mute this for sure. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's go here. This one won't have all these nasty ads, I hope. Where is it? Here we go. So, do you like it or eh?
So, like, do we think that Zoth Druid's going to be a thing?
It was a thing before, but I don't know. Problem is...
Because, yeah, the new N'Zoth,
Yeah, I'm definitely going to mess around with them, but I don't know if it's going to work on Druid. It could potentially do it. Maybe more an aggressive or mid-range Druid, but...
I mean, we saw in the past, like, taunt minions is definitely what you want back from N'Zoth, so...
Yes.
And taunt rush, all the better, so...
All right, so...
I think it's got a chance.
Yeah, I do. And the fact, again, it's a worst case scenario. It's a removal tool for Druid, which Druid struggles pretty harsh with in Standard. Not so much in Wild, because you have Naturalize and you have Mulch, is it, I think, if I remember? Mulch doesn't see too much play, but you have options.
Poison Seed.
That too. So you have removal options in Wild, but not Standard. Oh, here we go. 3 mana Moon Touched Amulet. So it's amazing art. I love it. Okay, give your hero +4 attack this turn. Corrupt. Add and gain 6 armor. Druid has a lot of ramp. It's easy for them to do Corrupt, I think, but...
Well, and also just like because the card you play before Corrupt only just has to be more expensive, so it's pretty easy to corrupt a 3-cost card.
Yeah, I don't know. History's proven that the plus attack cards don't really see play in Druid.
So,
but this
Feral Rage was kind of the exception, right?
Yeah, and the only reason though
where you chose attack or armor.
Yeah, that was a flexible card.
Ideally, you get both.
Man, this one's doing the same shit too, man. What the? All right, let's pause it. Maybe it'll stop doing that. All right. Jesus Christ, man, this Hearthstone's becoming ads essential. Used to never do this. I don't know what's going on. They do ad blockers. I don't go to these sites much more. All right, so we have an Owl, 7 mana, 4/4, horrible stats, rush. Costs 1 late for each spell you've cast. So very similar to those Arcane Giants type cards, if you know what I mean. It could see play in a more spell-driven Druid, but the only thing is, would it have room? I don't know.
I think this card is bad, and it should feel bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's very good. I think we both write it off.
I think it's too...
I love the art, though, but nah, it's not a good card. And then we already covered the Eclipse. Let's look at the last one. Faire. 3 mana 2/2, not good stats. Let's look at so choose one. Okay, forget that then. Choose one. Draw a card or summon a 2/2 Trent Corrupt dupe. I like this card a lot.
So we have the landscaping card, which is 3 mana summon 2/2/2 treants. So
Yes.
This is that with another option.
I like it.
And that card saw play, so...
And then Quest Druid, you believe it or not, Quest Druid's still floating around. So Quest Druid, I mean, this is pretty awesome, dude, right?
Well, yeah, and Quest Druid with Solar Eclipse.
Yeah, I like this. It's a good card. I love the art. I think it's good. I think it'll see play. I love choose one card, so I'm all on board for it by default. I like it. I think it's a good card. I think it'll see play, especially Corrupt's going to be easy for Druid to do. And anyone will play a 3 mana 2/2, draw a card, and summon a 2/2 Trent. That's a 4/4 for 3 mana. Not bad. Oh, we're off to your favorite class. No, I don't know if it's your favorite, but Hunter. All right, so we have a weapon.
Saturn's favorite class, anyway.
Oh, I know, you're right. He loves it. Matter of fact, where is Saturn? He hasn't been around yet. He usually comes by. He might be sleeping. Whoops. All right, so let's look at this. It's a legendary weapon again. We haven't seen that for a while. 4 mana. It's a rifle. I like the art. 4 mana 2/2. Horrible. But let's look at what it says. After your hero attacks, discover a secret and cast it. Okay. Highlander Hunter will love this. They'll put it in their deck. But Face Hunter, it's too slow. They're never going to play 4 mana 2/2. Well, I don't know. The fact that it discovers a secret and cast, yeah, maybe it will see play on both. Do you think Face Hunter would be interested in this, though?
I don't think so.
No, but the mid-range and Highlander will.
Yeah, I think the issue with this card is there's a lot faster ways to get secrets out.
Yeah,
Like,
but you have to remember though, come rotating, that beast guy is going to be gone. So this could probably be much better come April.
You mean phase stock?
Yeah, that's going to be gone. So this will definitely see more play once that rotates. But you're right, there's easier competition.
The advantage this has is like you have to play around. Your opponent has to play around
A random secret. Yeah. And next up, this one, Maxine or Maxima.
Maxima Blastenheimer.
She's in World of Warcraft, by the way. She's pretty cool. She does the cannons. 6 mana, 4/4, horrible stats, but look at her battle cry. Battle cry: summon a minion from your deck. It attacks the enemy hero, then dies. Ooh, Wild definitely would make good use of this with Death Rattle synergy. Oh man, I don't know. Face Hunter probably wouldn't do it because Face Hunter tends to run very weaker type minions, so you would never. And Face Hunter usually wins the game by turn 6, right? Or at least way ahead.
Yeah.
Highlander could see this. The only thing is, in Wild, I'm really thinking Wild because imagine a Rag going face, but then you don't want Rag to die, but that's guaranteed 8 damage. It could be a potential finisher. I don't know, man. I think it's really good potential, but will it see play for Hunter? Hunter's not a class that will spend 6 mana for a 4/4 and then have a weak minion go face.
For X amount of damage.
Yeah.
I think you play it in your big Death Rattle.
Yeah, it's definitely something.
Isn't usually a thing in Hunter. It was for a little while with
Yeah, it was. I do think Wild Hunters will probably have a lot of good stuff used for it, but not. I don't know about standard. But let's look at the rest of the set before we judge. All right, 2 mana. Don't feed the animals. Give all beasts in your hand +1/+1 corrupt. Give them +2/+2. Would they play that? I don't think hunters are going to be a very corrupt focused.
Yeah, and historically, hand buffing is pretty weak.
Yeah, but they do wear that now, though, right? But will it replace that? Because there's that 1/1. Isn't there a 1/1 beast? So then that sees play. Plus they play that 2 mana buff. I forgot what else it does. So it might see play more next year.
I think because it's, like we saw like in Gadgetzin, right? Like the hand buffs cards for Paladin hit every minion in your hand.
And they never really saw play.
And those decks were trash. This hits only beasts, and you have to corrupt it.
Yeah, I don't see it.
And it still costs 2 mana for some reason. I think.
Nah.
I think this card is unbelievably bad.
Yeah, I do love the art though.
Like,
The art's really good.
I think this is a 1-star. Like.
Yeah, it's a 1-star, but the art's at least good. It gets a 5-star art, 1-star card. Next up, okay, Hunter, and anything over 6 mana is usually traditionally a no big no, but let's look at the text before we judge. 8 mana, Jewel of Enzoth. Alright, so summon 3 friendly Death Rattle minions that died this game. It's very focused on Death Rattle. I could see... I have a Death Rattle Hunter that does pretty decent and wild. I don't know if I would put this in there, though. I would probably have to... Hey!
Nearly as much as N'Zoth.
Yeah, that's true. But you don't get the 5/7 body, though, right? Hey, Nintendo fan, thank you for coming by. We're going over a set review for Hearthstone's new expansion that comes out next week. I don't know if this will see play, dude. If they're... Like, Druid could ramp, especially with the combos that has the new Eclipse cards. Would definitely love this. Because I could definitely see in Wild Druid doing something like that. But
yeah.
Hunter...
So what's like the best scenario right now? Like, it's probably like high main, Teacher's Pet, and like Zixor.
Yeah.
An extra Zixor is like, if you're going like super long game value plan, like an extra Zixor, an extra Prime
isn't bad.
Is pretty good.
Yes.
Probably not what Hunter's looking at.
No. All right, well, let's look at the rest of the set. Maybe look on here that it does have a Death Rattle card coming up. All right, 3 mana Petting Zoo. Summon a 3/3 spider. Repeat for each secret you control. Ooh. This could potentially... It reminds me of... What was that Wolf's one where if you controlled... Every time you played a secret, it'd upgrade it, and it would summon more? Very much a similar thing.
Yeah, Emerald Spellstone.
And that saw play. Obviously, this is a little bit more... situational because Hunter,
because they can activate your secret before you play it,
and if this ever becomes meta, they're just going to play around it. And if you, 3 mana summon a 3/3 Strider's not bad. Is
even just getting 2 of them?
Yeah, I think it'll see play.
I think it's good.
Yeah, and Strider's mech, by the way. I don't know if that
is probably a lot stronger than the
yes.
Stuff.
Here we come up here, 7 mana. Darkmoon Tonk. Really cool little minigame in that thing, by the way. 8 mana, 7 health. Not great stat lines. Very aggressive, though. Death Revel. Fire 4 missiles at random enemies that deal 2 damage each. Its Death Revel is good.
So, I suppose that's what they want you
to combo her with.
Fire off with Blassenheimer.
Oh my god.
So, because she's got a cannon and that's a tank, so...
Yeah, kind of weird.
I don't know.
But I think that's the ultimate fantasy or ultimate high roll right there, right? Because that dude, think about that. You play her for 6 mana, an 8 attack minion hits face. Now I want to ask you, if like Get Down was in play for a paladin, it would trigger Get Down, I'm assuming, right? Because it says here attacks enemy hero, so it will.
It should, yeah, because it's still your...
Yeah,
it's still
on your turn. And the Death Rattle is very good. But look at this, though. Kind of makes this a little bit more attractive. But, again, this is so slow for Hunter. So the Jewel is...
I can't imagine just playing that, though.
Exactly.
Out of your hand, I think that would get you killed.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very slow.
Maybe some shenanigans in Wild Hunters, but I don't think standard. And again, we don't know what next sets are going to bring, but we have a 5 mana beast, 5 mana, 5/5 perfect stat line. Nothing too amazing, but nothing bad. You don't lose any tempo. Trampling Rhino, rush. After this attacks and kills a minion, excess damage hits the enemy. Yeah, it's going to see play. This is like something. Yeah, that's definitely going to see play. It's overkill, basically. I don't know why they don't use that.
It's I know we don't think about this being the case, but what's the name of the card? Guardian Animals is also a hunter card. I know we only see it in Druid ever, but
you're right.
This is another good 5 mana beast for what it's worth.
I would love this to be a Druid card because again, Druid struggles with removal, so it's good. All right, I like it. I don't see any reason why. And then we have to remember what rotates too might make it even more attractive. Love the art, by the way. Both art. Actually, all the hunter art is amazing this set. I have not seen one I don't like. I like it, and I think Rhino's going to see play. Now, I love that. Don't you love that icon, Nintendo fan? Next up, 1 mana, 1/1, so that's good. Battlecry, Discover Secret. It will see play, I think. Is there any better 1-drop right now for Hunter? I'm pretty sure there is, but rotations are coming out. But that's a good card. I see no reason why you would never... And it perfectly goes into Curve. So, yeah, there's no reason not to play this. It's a good card.
Yeah, there's, I think it's a 3-mana 2/2 in neutral, too.
Ah.
That draws a secret and then puts it in play. So...
Yeah.
I mean, between this and that...
Oh, that's such tempo, right?
You can probably, thin out a lot of secrets in your deck while generating other ones.
Oh, yes.
Probably have yourself a good time.
Yes, I agree. And next, think of secrets. 2 mana, open the cages. Secret. When your turn starts, if you control 2 minions, summon an animal companion. I don't dislike it, but...
I think if you... I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on it, right?
Yeah.
I think if you're starting your turn... I think most of the time in Hearthstone, if you're starting your turn with 2 or more minions in play, you're already winning, right?
Yeah, so I don't know.
Your opponent wasn't able to answer your threats, right?
But it's not a bad discovery choice.
But it also has good synergy with Snake Trap.
Yes.
So
And
there's that.
And I like the art, like I said. Yeah, I don't know if it'll see play, but I wouldn't mind discovering it, assuming there's no other better choices.
Yeah, kind of win more, but
yeah, it is win more.
Actually, all right.
It's not bad though. The art's amazing. You got to grade it. Like I said, 5-star for art, probably a 2-star card, possibly 3. It depends on the meta, and then if you get this late game and you have a good board, you might get value out of it. Next up, though. A 2-mana 1/5 with Beast. That alone is more of a control-y kind of card because it's going to take forever to kill it, but Corrupt, gain Poisonous. That could be something late game.
So it's pretty easy to...
I like it. It's kind of interesting they're giving that to Druid. Druid, Hunter. And imagine this with buffing. I like it. It's a good card. I don't see why you wouldn't play it. I mean, 1 mana 5 that's huge. He could do some value trades. I like it a lot. I think it's a good card. Yeah, it's an awesome icon, dude. Yeah, I like it. I think the Hunter's pretty interesting overall. How would you rate their set? It's weird where they're pointing them in, man. There's this Jewel ends out's kind of cool, but I don't see Hunters playing it. The Blast Heimer.
Secret stuff has a pretty good chance.
Yeah. Overall,
it's probably too niche.
Too ambitious for a Hunter, yeah. All right, let's go to the Mage. Let's see what Mage is all about. RNG, I'm assuming. Oh, another legendary spell. 2 mana. Transform spells. Yeah, here we go. Already RNG. Mage's forte. Transform spells in your deck into ones that cost 3 more. They keep their original cost. Whoa. Well, would Mage want that, though? Thing about Mage is... Well, dude, imagine a 2-mana Pyroblast. It's potential. It could.
Well, I mean, it'd be a 7-mana Pyroblast, but yeah.
Wait, would it? Oh, yeah, because it would increase... Yeah, you're right.
So the thing with this card is it's actually not as random as it looks.
Oh, it's not.
Because, especially when you look at, higher cost spells, right? If you take a 7-cost spell and you increase it by 3, it's going to turn into either a Pyroblast or a Puzzle Box.
You're right. All right.
So,
do you think it's going to see play?
maybe.
It might.
I don't know. See, I'm thinking the same thing, was it Dalaran when they started pushing the spells only stuff
Yeah.
with evocation and stuff, and what I said back then was how do you kill your opponent with only spells?
Yeah. So
Especially when they're random spells, like you just kind of don't.
yeah, I don't know.
Like you can make, you know, random spells and you can reduce their cost, but it's kind of like, I mean, that's not really a winning game plan.
Yeah, I agree. Love the art. The art in this set's pretty damn good, dude. Overall, I cannot complain. But as a card, it might see some play for experience. It will see play at the beginning. The only problem is it's a legendary, so people aren't going to craft it just for shits and giggles. So, oh, whales will, like the Crips out there who, you know, have money out.
It's potentially got some play in it just because, like, you know, maybe you run like very specific spell answers,
Yeah.
you know, for certain matchups, and then when you decide that you don't need those cards anymore,
Yeah.
you transform them, you know, kind of like you know, the Golden Monkey or Elise or whatever.
Yes. Yeah. And it might be.
That's like the angle on it that I could see, but I don't think you're building your deck around
Exactly.
this.
I agree. So that's a big iffy card. We'll see if it sees play. Next up is Seiji, Shir of Darkmoon. Love the art. Love the card. Yeah, the art's amazing. I told you, man, this set has amazing art. 6 mana, 5/5. Not good. I wish it was a 5/6. But let's look at the battle cry. Draw 1 card. Upgrade for each friendly secret that has triggered this game. No, not played, but triggered. Sometimes, well, in Wild, sometimes Ice Block will sit there all game. So, what do you think? Off the hand,
I think it's insane.
it could be insane, especially more in Wild, an aggressive Mage in Wild. I think it's a good card, and I think it'll probably see play. And I love the fact they're kind of pushing more towards secrets again. I like it. I think it'll see play. We could be wrong, but
Yeah, so I mean, especially like you brought up like Tempo Mage and Wild.
yeah,
The thing that makes Tempo Mage and Wild really frustrating to play against is they have oftentimes they're playing explosive runes and mirror entity.
yep.
So like if you play a minion, you trigger their secret. If you play a spell,
You trigger the secret, and if you
so it's kind of like you have like this binary decision to make.
yeah, exactly,
So
and
it's not like the hunter secrets are all like trigger on like how you attack, but like mage secrets just trigger on like you doing things that you were gonna have to do anyways.
if you remember if you remember the curator saw play, and yeah, I think if worst case it always drew you 2 cards. I forgot, wasn't it? Summon a beast.
Dragon Murloc.
Yeah, so but most cases you at least got 2, and it saw play. But it also was, I think, a better card overall though, because it was taunt and it was neutral. But I don't know if it was better. But this one I don't see it in standard getting a huge, unless secrets are a huge thing in because if it draws you at least 2 or 3, 4, well, I don't know about 4 in standard, but if it drew 4 or 3+ cards, that's insane, man.
Yeah.
All right, next up, though, we have a 4 mana, 4/4 stats are good. Battle card. If you control a secret, summon a copy of this. Ooh, okay. Well, that's probably going to be 4 mana for 8/8 for 8/8 in stats. I mean, yeah, that's a good card, especially if it's going to be secrets back in the Wild. Though, it's going to love this. And a matter of fact, if I remember right, didn't someone say that? Where they're trying to do destroy Wild? Let's see. Yeah, another card for Wild Secret Mage. Everyone loves playing against. Yeah, it's good. Next up, Rigged Fair Game. 3 mana secret. If you don't take any damage during your opponent's turn, draw 3 cards. Well, if it ever goes off, that's amazing. 3 mana, draw 3 cards. That would see play in any Mage deck. Problem is, Mage will almost always take damage. And if this card becomes meta, people are going to really make sure it happens.
Yeah, so I think the interesting thing about this is like most secrets are pretty bad on turn 3.
Yeah.
This is actually not bad on turn 3 if your opponent if you're expecting your opponent to develop.
Yes.
Because they're not gonna want to like hero power your face.
Yeah, exactly. So they have.
Playing the 3 or 4 drop.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. And you have to remember too.
But on the other hand, you don't necessarily want to be drawing on turn 3 already.
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting. The art's awesome. I think it'll see some play. It depends though. And remember, it doesn't go away if you do take damage. It stays. So, right.
Yeah.
So it's definitely interesting. All right, next up, Ring Toss. Love the art. 4 mana. Discover a secret and cast it. Corrupt. Discover 2 instead. So I'm assuming it also casts them, right?
Yeah.
So for 4 mana, 2 secrets, it would see play for sure. How is you think Mage is gonna be a good corrupt candidate?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, this could see play then.
Mage has got good removal. You know, a couple of big board clears.
I like it. And then next up, 8 mana Grand Finale. Love the art. Summon an 8/8 elemental. Repeat for each elemental you played last turn. Oh, very situational and very dependent. Elemental Mage really was never huge in the metas, but it doesn't look like it's getting a lot of. Or let's look at these 2 elementals a second. What do you think of it?
Combos really well with the Infection Cyclone.
Yeah.
Which is basically the new Firefly.
So it might see play. God, if you get 2 of them, it's amazing.
Probably the best thing you can do with it, right, is like you play the Cyclone, you play the Elementals in the prior turn, and then on a following turn you play Grand Finale, and then you play Animated Broomstick, and you give them all Rush.
Yeah, I think it could potentially.
And then you just crush your opponent's board. And
yeah.
you'll have threats left over.
I think the Grand Finale could.
That might be too ambitious of a game plan, but you know.
I think it's going to see play, but we'll see. I like it, no matter what. Situational, but it could. Mages could easily do it. And then next up is 7 mana Mask of Cthulhu. Love the art. Deal 10 damage randomly split among all enemies. Well, it has competition with Flame Strike. Flame Strike is guaranteed 4 damage to each minion. This is deal 10 randomly split. Will it see play?
So this is the biggest argument why it wouldn't see play is this is just Avenging Wrath.
Yeah, it is. Avenging Wrath did see some play, but not always.
Yeah, and the only reason it might have a slight advantage over Avenging Wrath is because this is Mage, and like Paladin doesn't really have other sources of damage from hand, but Mage does. So
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe you play this, you know, in the same way that you play Pyroblast. Like Pyroblast isn't the most efficient thing in the world.
Nope.
But,
hey,
it's just one more thing to point at face.
And we forget the box that Prime sees play in Mage decks. So, now they had a little bit more arsenal. Imagine that being casted randomly. So, good stuff for randomness. But I don't know about standard play. We'll have to see it. I don't know. We'll see. I do think the card's not bad, but it's just beautiful if you get it random, though, right? But next up, we have a Cyclone, 2 mana, 3/2. Battle card, add 2, 1/2 sugar. Is that sugar? Yeah, sugar elementals to your hand.
The art's like an ice cream.
Oh, yeah, you're right. All right, I love it. It's not. Why would you not play this on turn 2, dude? It gives you value.
So I think not only is it good with Grand Finale, but it's you remember Elemental Allies?
Yes.
So this completes that with 1 card. You just play the Elemental 1 turn, play another Elemental the next turn.
Yeah.
You draw your 3 spells.
I like it. It's not bad. And it's 3/2. Worst case, and you get stuff to play out next turn if your hand's pretty crappy. Good card. Matter of fact, you see these type of cards usually always see play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Firefly saw a ton of play.
Yep, exactly.
This is a Firefly.
It's a Firefly, just a turn later. Next up, another elemental, 5 mana, 3/5. Stat line for 5 mana is not that great, but it's not that bad. Let's look at the Firework Elemental, okay. Original name. All right, battle cry. Deal 3 damage to a minion. All right, well, yeah, that's really good. Corrupt. Deal 12 instead.
So
I think it's a good.
Either be a fire elemental or
And it comes a turn ahead.
or nuke it from orbit.
A flexible card, I think it'll see play. Mages tend to like stuff like pings and stuff like that. I like it. I think it'll see play. You agree?
Yeah, I think it's solid.
Yep. Not overly. Oh man, 12 could be potential late game removal, dude. Or potential next turn. Okay, so next but not least, a 2 mana 3.
Kind of reminds me of what was the card? What was the warrior card? The 4/5. If you're at 10 mana crystals.
Oh yeah. Oh,
that's what this is.
I miss those cards, by the way. Next up is Game Master. 2 mana 2/3. Good stats for its cost. Pretty vanilla. The first secret you play each turn costs 1. Ooh, soft taunt. Yeah. If Secret Mage is a thing, this is it's just a no-brainer. Yeah, that's a good card. It'll see play.
Seems annoying enough to play.
Yep, and like again, the art in this set's amazing. Well, this art's not so great, but let's take a look here. Paladin's up. Legendary. 5 mana, 5/5. Good, you don't lose stats. Tempo. The Redeemed. Okay, so let's see what the Redeemed's all about. Battle cry for the rest of the game. After you summon a Silverhand recruit, give a Divine Shield. Yeah, that's going to be in every single Paladin deck. Even aggressive. Why would you never run this?
So, reminds me of Justicar Trueheart, which saw play in mid-range Pally back in the day.
Yep. It's
so
making...
affects your cards too, so it's a lot faster.
Yeah. This is definitely going to see play. There's absolutely no reason why it wouldn't. Again, good card. God dang, Divine Shields. Ooh, I was going to say...
kind of good, this thing for like getting...
Yeah, and we forget, what does that mean? Blood Knight's going to return? The one that eats away Divine Shields? Yeah, there's no silence traditionally in the meta, so... Oh, here we go. She's from Warlords of Dragnar. Of course, she's in canon too, but it's a little bit different story in that one. 8 mana, 7/5, bad stats. Battle cry. If your deck has no neutral... Okay, pure Paladin support. If your battle cry has... If your deck has no neutral cards, gain Rush, Lifesteal, Taunt, and Divine Shield. What's that? Ziliax? Yeah, it'll see play. Because you're just... why would you not put that in a pure Paladin? Rush, Lifesteal, Divine... Yeah, that's 7 heal on a stick. Yeah, it's going to see play. Ziliax 2, very strong. I don't think you disagree. And again, I told you, man, Legendaries, especially class Legendaries, should always be playable, and Blizzard has kind of a bad track record of that. So good, definitely.
Yeah, so anecdotally too, actually this isn't even an anecdote, this is just fact. When Ziliax was in the meta, Ziliax was the strongest card in the game.
Yep.
By percentage of being included in decks.
Yep.
And this is a bigger Ziliax.
A bigger Ziliax. I want to ask, would I dare say if this was...
It's the kind of card that's so good that people will, like, bend over backwards to play it.
Exactly. I was going to say if it was a neutral card, it would see no play, because I guarantee you, Druids would never... Well, wait, Druid doesn't actually use very many neutral cards, does it? Yeah, actually, Druid probably would like this. Yeah, Druid, well, there are some neutral. But yeah, I was going to say there are certain classes definitely don't use only, that would build a deck neutral only. But yeah, that's Ziliax 2 version 2. Next up, 6 mana, Hammer of the Naru. All right, love the art. 3/3, 6 mana, 3/3 is horrible, but let's look at the battle cry. Summon a 6/6 Holy Elemental with Taunt. Well, Control Paladin would like this for sure.
So the new Nazoth that summons a minion of each type. That's is it died or is it played?
I think it's died or played. I'm not sure. We'll see him in a second, right? Matter of fact, we could look him.
Let me pull that up real quick.
Yeah, where you? Yeah, that we want to scroll down. I like it.
Well, okay, yeah. Nazoth, the new Nazoth just says resurrect, so yeah, it's died. So yeah, my point being, this is how you get your elemental
Synergy.
off
Yep.
Paladin.
And it has taunt, so it affects the board. Well, not directly, but it affects your opponent. So that's good. I think it'll see play. You agree, or?
I think it could, yeah. The N'Zoth decks probably only want to play the best of each minion type, right? So
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what other elementals Paladin has, if any.
Oh yeah, that's a
This
good
might
question.
Just be the one by
Yeah. What? Oh my Yogg. I thought Mage has only got Yogg. 1 mana secret. When your opponent casts a spell, they instead cast a random one of the same cost. Wow. That F's up Priest. That F's up Mage. That F's up Hunter. Yeah, this is going to see play. Why would you never run this? Druid? Ooh, man. Yeah, this card's horrible. Not in design. Horrible. Yeah, in design meaning it F's up so many classes. I mean, you could high roll, though. Of course, this actually might be a double-edged knife in some ways, but oh, man, that is just... I like it a lot.
I think it's probably too inconsistent of an effect.
But this is a combo breaker, though, right? Could potentially? Think about it, especially more so wild than anything.
Yeah.
But E-Ray could be inconsistent, but I like it. I do think it's going to be experimented with, and I do think it might. But this is a problem with Hearthstone. I don't like all the RNG they do. But anyways, so far the RNG of the set doesn't look too bad, actually. I can't. That one's one of them, and the Mage, obviously, but overall, not so bad. Well, the Hunter's Legendaries RNG, but you could kind of build your deck around it, I guess. But I don't know. Okay, next up, 4 mana, 3/5, good stats. Balloon Merchant, battle cry. If your silver hand, give your silver hand records +1 attack and divine shield. Yeah, what was that one that gave it attack, but it didn't give it divine? It was that wild card, what was it? The Taskmaster or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the 2/4.
This will see play. Guaranteed. The only thing is you have to have a board of Silverhand recruits, though. But as a 4 mana 3/5, it's not that bad. I like it. It's probably a C play. I don't know if the Silverhand recruit thing will be here, but we got that synergy earlier, so it's potential. Next up, Carnival Banker, Barker. All right, 3 mana. I remember someone saying this is real good. 3 mana 3/2. Whatever's for stats. Whenever you summon a 1 health minion, give it +1, +2. Well, I don't know. After turn 3, how many 1-cost minions are you going to be summoning?
Well,
Wait.
Stay at the fair. I think that's what they're.
And it works with your... Oh, I didn't see that one. Well, but this also works with your hero power, right? Summon a minion.
Yeah.
All right, well, not bad. You could see play. You like the card?
No, I think it's not bad.
That's not bad. Kind of reminds me...
It's probably pretty good if they've got the critical mass.
It reminds me of... what was that Druid card? It was a beast, 3 mana 2/2 that... I think it was more specialized. Oh, let's go here. This. It never saw play. Really much. The Grizzly. After you summon a minion, give it +1, +1. So the Druid version never saw play, but I think...
Kind of a more paladin.
Yeah.
Tokens.
Because this is more focused than the Druid. All right, so...
Druid's like a fair weather token deck.
Yeah.
Whereas Paladin's kind of like always tokens to some extent or another.
I agree. Next up is 2 mana snack run. Discover a spell. Restore health to your hero equal to its cost. Okay, there was a card. What was it? I think it was a minion, though, right? There was a card that saw play in Paladin for a long time that was some very similar effect. Let me see if I can remember what it was. Do you remember what it was offhand?
Jeez. 6 cost 4/4. Discover a spell. Restore health to your... Yeah.
And it saw play.
That was a Karazhan card, I think.
Oh.
It was like a knight or a rook or something.
Yeah, and it saw play, right?
Yeah, it's how to play.
Anyways, I think this one will probably see play in a slower paladin. Well, anyways, wow, they really did make a nice improvement to some of these. All right, I think it'll see play.
Yeah, it's cool because you can either pick the cheap card that you need right away, or you can
Yep.
pick the
Good.
expensive card for the bigger heal.
Yep.
And the greed.
And it's a good arena card. Definitely probably see it in arena. Of course, arena doesn't get a lot of spells. Anyways, next up, 3 mana. Day at the Fair. Summon 3 Silverhand Recruits. Corrupt. Summon 5. Ooh, nice. That goes into a... Oh, turn 6, though, huh?
Yeah.
Or even turn 10 with some explosive combos here. Get some good stuff. I like it. It'll see play. Even if at 3 mana summon three Silverhand Recruits alone is pretty decent. Especially if you got the Carnival guy on board. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I think Paladin's got kind of the issue with Corrupt though, that like they want to be
On curve. Yeah.
and building their board, and like I said, they don't really have a bunch of expensive like board clears and whatnot
You're right.
that they want to lean into.
So I don't know if they'll ever get 5.
But maybe the recruit synergy will be insane.
Yep.
You just want to play recruits.
And this could pretty kind of push more of a tokeny type paladin. What we'll see. I like the card. I don't. It's not bad by any mean. If you ever get the corrupt effect, it's amazing. But we'll see. Next up, a mech again. So we got a griffin. Okay, cool. I love the arts. Gnomes on top. 5 mana. 5/5 mech. Good stats. Divine Shield. Oh, okay. There we go. It'll see play on alone, I think, for almost that text there. I would play a 5 mana 5/5 with Divine Shield, because Divine Shield's such a bitch for people to deal with, man. And let's see, Corrupt.
The 5 mana 5/4 like Divine Shield in Arena was really good.
Yep. And this is Corrupt +3/+3 and Taunt. Ooh, if you ever get Corrupt on this bad boy. Yeah. It'll see play on its base text without the Corrupt. If the Corrupt's just a cherry or 2 on top. Yeah, good card. I'm kind of wondering if Divine Shield Paladin's going to be back in the meta. Gonna be interesting. We'll see.
So I mean, to get back to N'Zoth, right? Like this is your mech that you're trying to resummon.
Yep. The only problem is if...
Because I'm pretty sure if you play the corrupted version, I'm pretty sure that's what
you get back? Oh, well, if that's the case...
If you look at all these cards individually, they all have alternative art. So, pretty sure that if the corrupted one is the one that is played and dies, then you get that back. Like 90% sure of that.
You're right. If that's the case, it even makes it stronger. But even as is, it's still a good card to play on curve. Stick a little bit more stickier. And the next but last lead, a Murloc again. Paladin always gets the Murlocs. Class. Well, the Shaman does too, but not this set. 2 mana, 2/3, good stuff. Death Row, draw dragon. All right, well, traditionally Dragon Paladin's never been a thing, but maybe there could be a dragon, like a Highlander dragon. I think this card's good because you could potentially put like Twilight Drake, Alexstrasza, assuming a Highlander Paladin is their thing, or even, there's a bunch of dragons that maybe a Paladin would be interested in. I like the card. A little slow, but
solid value if you're looking for that.
Yeah, and you would play this on curve anyways. It's 2/3 is pretty good, plus it has a perk. I like it. And you don't have to build, a Paladin's never Dragon Paladin. But you don't have to build a dragon deck. It's just guaranteed card draw.
Just your 1 or 2 dragons.
Yeah, that you might want to get. Exactly, I like it. I think it's, Enzoth deck too. I like it. I think it's a good card. Now, my favorite class, the Priest. Let's see what garbage I have to deal with going forward. All right, so...
Feel any better? I think a lot of these cards are bad.
Ah, good. Keep keep a meme garbage. It's funny, dude. I have a love-hate relationship with the priest. I hate the priest going against, but I actually really enjoy playing it. But my hatred for this class. Okay, so the Nameless One. 4 mana, 4/4, good stats. Won't lose any tempo battle card. Choose a minion, become a 4/4 copy of it, and then silence it. You notice choose a minion, meaning it could be your opponent's.
Yeah.
So it's a silence on the stick.
Yeah, but you get the unsilence.
Yes. So, Malagos.
Sometimes relevant, sometimes not.
I think it's not a bad card even to play on tempo, man. And there's going to be a lot of cards that you want to silence in this meta, I think, coming up. So I think this is going to see play. I see no reason why a priest probably wouldn't play this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if it's a taunt minion, especially if it's a good keyword minion. Yeah, I like it. I don't see a reason why it wouldn't play. It's not a bad card. It's not amazingly broken or anything, but it's not bad. All right, let's see. 8 mana, 8/8. Stats are fine. The Blood God. What is this? Battle card. Draw 2 cards. They cost health instead of mana. Ooh. Well, it could be really bad or really good. Really bad is what if you get a 9 mana dude, like this one. Well, this one here, just this blood of guy here. You want to play. Priests don't want to be playing. They're not a. They're kind of warlock kind of synergy. I mean, it's not bad. 8 mana, 8/8. But the only problem is it doesn't really do anything to the board. It has no rush. It has no taunt.
Well, potentially, like you can, in the same turn you play it, you can cheat a bunch of stuff into play.
Then in that regards, I didn't think of that. But the problem...
That's not exactly what Priest does, right?
Yeah, but
like,
Priest also...
I feel like you're gonna like play this and you're gonna draw like some removal and you're gonna be like, oh cool.
You also remember too. There's some... Yeah, exactly. There's also... Oh yeah, you're right. There's also it could be a good... man, you get this. You get Soul Mirror. You could clear a board. I don't know. It's not bad, but it doesn't really fit the Warlock theme. Not Warlock. Priest theme. I don't know. I mean, if you get cheap spells, it's not so bad. Like if you get like this Blood Reaver down here or something like that. I don't dislike it. It's not bad. And the problem is Priest has card draw issues right now, so it's not bad. But will the Priest play it is another thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to get cheap stuff, so you can, like you said. Anyways, or no, I guess it doesn't really matter if you have an extra life. Warrior would love this, because Warrior has a shit ton of armor, right? No, but it would still take health instead of armor, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
all right.
I don't know. I think the card, like, yeah, sure, it draws you 2 cards, but like, I think it's kind of hard to
justify
exploit that.
Yeah. Especially priests tend to be.
Like you can heal, but you're not like really tempoing things out.
Yeah, I do like the art. I do think it has potential. This, the Nameless One, I don't see why a priest would never not play. 4 mana, 4/4 on curve.
It kind of comes into the game at the point where things being free doesn't really like matter anymore.
Yep.
Pay their cost.
Very true. Now, look at that combo right there. If you play this 9 mana same turn, this Blood guy, or the 9 mana 8/8, so stats aren't necessarily bad. They're kind of okay. It's pretty standard, actually. At the end, a taunt. Well, okay, taunt's good. At the end of your turn, summon a 5/5 copy of a minion in your deck.
So this card, on the other hand, is probably a lot better.
Yeah, it is a lot better. I'll tell you the reason why. Because you do get a... If it was start at your turn, it wouldn't be as good. But it has taunt, which Priest loves. So, yeah, it's a good card. I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of like Greybow, which you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It's the kind of card where if your opponent doesn't have
an answer,
a specific and immediate answer,
it could win you a game.
It is going to single-handedly win you the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what you're looking for out of a 9-drop.
Yep. And the fact that it has taunt's even better, dude, because the taunt makes it much more attractive. Priests tend to love to slow you down. So, especially, turn 9 against aggro, the game will be over. Either the priest lost or the aggro lost. So, but this is against more mid-range and control-ish decks. I like it. Good card. A matter of fact, I kind of want to play with this. I wonder if you could do some combos with it, but probably not. You just want a body on it. Maybe you could do some combos like Malygos Priest, but Malygos Priest would be wild, and it's never really been a thing. So, all right, 8 mana. Could you think of any combo with this that could potentially, like a OTK combo?
With Blood of Goon or with
Blood of Goon. Oh no, I haven't even looked at the next one yet.
No, I think it's mostly just
stats, right?
Value cards is a stats bomb.
Thinking of, let's see what this is. 8 mana Idol of Yashara. So Homeboy's coming back again. What kind of? We don't know if he's coming back. Summon a 10 mana. Summon a 10/10 copy. Wait, summon a 10/10 copy of a minion in your deck. Again, more RNG. But I'll tell you one thing. 8 mana 10/10. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's huge stats. Obviously, we don't know what it's going to draw. So let's use an example. If it draws this blood with taunt. Oh, dude, that's basically potentially. The thing is, the priest is not going to be only running high-end shit. So, but the ultimate role would be the blood with this guy. But I think it's a good card, especially that in Wild you have that Discover card that still sees play for priest, where they discover a spell and cast it. You know what I'm talking about? So it makes Wild even better. Yeah, I like it. The only thing is priest is more of a reactive class, though, right?
I mean, if any class can play a bunch of spells and just like a select few minions, it's
priest.
If any class can do it, it's priest.
I'd say this would be a good Druid card too, no? Maybe.
Could be, yeah.
Could be. Druid likes that kind of stuff too, but I don't know if it's as good. But yeah, I think this will see play. Especially the Discover mechanic. You remember, they discover spells too. And they have that one draw that discovers a copy of a spell in your deck. So they could get multiple one of these. Alright, so here. 3 mana palm reading. Discover spell. Again, more RNG. Why is Priest and Mage so RNG, dude? Reduce the cost of spells in your hand by 1.
So this, I mean, I don't know how relevant it will be for Standard, but this card has me worried in Wild.
Yes, more so Wild.
Because of the Death Knight, like they're already like, you know, drawing a shit ton of cards and
you know,
reloading and shooting you in the face every turn until you die.
Yep. I love that.
That's a card that, you know, gets you a use of your hero power and then another use of your hero power.
Yeah, dude.
It's, you know, it's probably pretty good.
I think so. I think it probably might see play in. There has been toys with there's still the spell like priests still, so we're not quite 100%, but it has the synergy with those. What is it called? Those giants, I think. So yeah, we'll see about Standard, but Wild. I definitely don't look forward to that. Coming up here though, I like again the arts in this set's amazing. That's an amazing looking card. Next up, we have a little wizard guy. 4 mana, summon a random 4... Oh, they're bringing these back again. Summon a random 4-cost minion. Corrupt. Summon a 7-cost minion instead. Well, Priest as a class I think will be good at corrupting, because Priests tend to hold on to cards, right? Don't always play things on curve. 4 mana for a 7-cost minion is really good. 4 mana for a random 4-cost, though? I don't think Priest would be interested in that. I don't know if this card will see play.
I think it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to see play.
Because 4 for a random 4, you would never play that.
Never.
And,
you're not going to...
7 and like the history of Hearthstone overall is like probably like the weakest.
Yeah, and Priest is... Exactly, and Priest is very reactive. They're not going to sit around, well, oh, here we go. So, no, I don't think it's going to...
If you remember back when Spiteful Summoner was...
Yep.
Druid and Priest decks and like even a couple other things. Like why did Mage not play Spiteful Summoner?
Yep.
It's because pulling Flame Strike gives you a 7-cost minion. 7-cost minions are trash.
Yep. So yeah, I don't see this going to see.
I think in both modes it's just not.
The only thing is, I guess you mess around with Discovery if you have no other better choices. But nah, it won't see play. Next up, though, Blood Reaver. It's a 3 mana 2/5. Good stats for 3 mana. Okay, let's look at its keywords. After you cast a spell, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 1. Well, there's those other ones that 2-drop, those birds that priests do. Yeah, this will see play. God, I wish this was a Druid card.
Yeah, another kind of thing that might be really good. Like
Yep.
I was mentioning in Wild with palm reading.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
Because it's a it's a Thoracin.
yes,
Effect.
and 2.
Chain off and deal a bunch of damage.
Yeah, this is definitely going to see play in Standard and Wild. Current priests are will love this because they do cast a lot of spells, and it's a must kill. And 3 mana 2/5 against aggro is very good, and priest tends to buff. So yeah, good stuff. Next up, 5 mana 3/3 horrible stats, a fortune teller, beautiful art, taunt. Let's look at the keyword battle cry. Gain +1/+1 for each spell in your hand. Okay. This probably will see play. What do you think?
I don't know. I think it's bad.
Oh, it's 5 mana. Why did I think it was a 3 mana? Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's not that good.
No, you gotta have at least 3 spells in your hand.
Yeah, to make any value. Yeah, it's 2.
To even think about playing it.
Maybe if it was a 4 mana, it would see play. Even then.
But these kind of cards like gain X for X cards in hand. Like the only one that ever sees play is Twilight Drake.
Yeah.
And that's because Twilight Drake has like the broadest pool of cards that it's looking for. It's just looking for cards in hand. It's not looking for
spells. Yes.
Weapons. I think this card is absolute trash.
Yeah, it is, which is good. But I love the art, though. At least it has that going for it. But nah, trash. Next up, Fairground Fool. I love it. Love the art. 3 mana 4/3 stats are great. There's always been cards in play for that stat. Let's look at the taunt. All right, 4 mana 3 isn't so impressive with taunt, but it's corrupt. Is gain +4 health. Priest, I think, is going to be a good candidate for. Yeah, that's
I was saying you play your medium or big board clear, and then you
this is definitely
overstated corrupt card. I think this is like exactly the thing you're looking for.
Yeah.
The other priest corrupt card, not so much, but this is the one you're.
Yeah, exactly. Because you remember turn 10, they could clear the board with the Soul Mirror, I think it's called, or whatever that card is, and you play a 4/7 minion with taunt. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, and you notice like half of the corrupt cards and like the tribal cards in this set have taunt.
Yes.
Because they want you to be able to play Yasharaj or N'Zoth and not die immediately.
Yep, exactly. I like it, and there's nothing better. I mean, obviously, turn 10 against aggro, they'll probably be over, but against other... Yeah, I like it. It's a good card. I definitely will see play. Hell, against aggro, even turn 3, I mean, 3 mana is not that great, but at least it slows them down a little bit. Least but not least, well, you know what I'm talking about. Beautiful art, by the way. 2 mana insight. Draw a minion. Corrupt. Reduce its cost by 2. 2 mana, draw a minion. So you can it's thinning your deck, but very focused thinning, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's
I think it's all right. Like,
it's not bad.
It's serviceable, right?
It's kind of like a what's that Farsight from Shaman, but a little bit more conditional.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think Priest will play it. Because, dude, there's sometimes you have nothing but spells in your hand.
Yeah, it's only a 2 cost, so it's really easy to corrupt, but that's probably why the corrupt benefit isn't huge.
Yep, and then 2, look at, you could draw this and potentially draw a 3 mana for curve next turn. So, yeah, it's good. I think it'll be good. Oh, Rogue. Let's see what Rogue gets.
Also, the funny thing about Insight, just before we leave it, if you're playing the new Yogg, and you're playing a deck with just 1,000,000 spells, like, this is just how you draw Yogg.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Actually, I think...
Draw Yogg on demand, yeah.
Shit, man, this might be like a spell-only mage, but to only have one minion in there, the Mage would love that.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's a good card. Rogue's up next. So we have its first legendary 2 mana. I love these early game legendaries. I think the game needs more of them. 2 mana, 3/2. Red Smoke. I love the art. It's a Pandoran. Battlecry. Return a friendly minion to your hand. It costs 1 this turn. Ooh, so it's basically Brewmaster, but a little bit better.
With a little bonus, but you
yeah.
Right away.
But you wouldn't. Oh yeah, he might. It might see play. Edwin shenanigans, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see play. I don't see why. Rogues love bouncing things, so yeah, there's no reason why Rogue wouldn't play this. And it's early game, which sometimes Rogues kind of struggle with. So if hell against aggro, you just play it on curve to just keep tempo or something. Not bad. I like it.
Yeah.
And they have Shadow Steps.
Unlike Shadow Step, like Shadow Step, you can play a minion and then like Shadow Step and keep it in your pocket as long as you need to. This you have to play it tempo out the card immediately if you still want that discount. So this is a lot better with much bigger things.
Yep, I agree.
So you just want to get the battle cry for it again.
Yeah, I like it. I think Rogues will like it too, and the art's pretty, so it's good. Thinking of good art, she Empress here, the Grand Empress. How do you pronounce her? Shikazara? Sazara, something like that. 6 mana.
That's Szechuan shrimp. I don't know.
She's 6 mana, 5/7, so stats aren't bad. But the thing is, Rogues don't usually play 6-cost cards very often, or if they do, they're very specialized, like Galagran or something like that. They're nothing. They don't usually play expensive minions, usually. So let's look at the Battlecry. Battlecry, discover a card in your deck and draw all copies. Ooh, okay. This is a Spirit on a Stick, kind of, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see Rogue.
What's the name of the card? Togwaggle Scheme.
Yeah.
That shuffles 1,000,000 copies. So you can, like, draw all of the copies of that card.
So finally, I think we're going to have
assuming you shuffle enough in that you get offered the card that you're looking for.
Exactly, and Rogues love draw, so this is, I think it's going to see play. You don't really lose. Stats are excellent for 6 mana. Really good, actually, if you think about it. Yeah, I think it'll see play. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if it has any support, or specialized support. Say 5 mana. So, it's some kind of strike. Destroy a minion. It costs 1 less for each card in your deck that didn't start there. Very situational. I don't know if you pay 5 mana to destroy a minion, though. On its own. But obviously
We don't assassinate things, that's for sure.
If you... I mean, it's Rogue. Let's look at the rest of the cards before we truly judge it. But do Rogues really have a lot of... Yeah, it does, actually. Some decks in the past have done where it didn't start their shenanigans. But remember they did that combo with that Elec that would do stuff. But I think this is more wild than standard. But let's look at the rest of the cards before we judge. Okay, next up. What do you think of the card based on its base thing of destroy a minion for 5 mana?
So, like, in terms of, like, single target removal, like, the only things Rogue has ever been interested in playing besides Sap is, like, Vile Spine Slayer.
Yeah.
Because that card was disgustingly broken.
Yes.
You have to be disgustingly broken to get played alongside Sap.
Yeah, I don't think
like,
this is...
Not, like, being played instead of Sap isn't even in...
No.
That's not even conversation. That's not up for debate.
I don't think it's good.
The card's disgusting.
Yeah.
And we have Coerce right now, the dual class.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And that will see play over this. Yeah, it has too much competition. And Coerce is not rotating next year, so yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, 3 mana Cloak of Shadows. Love the flavor, love the art. Another Pandoran. Interesting. We've been getting a lot of them this set. Give your hero stealth for 1 turn.
So just like Ice Block and
yeah, there's that secret that I don't know if it's in standard anymore, that when they get attacked they'd be immune for a turn. Rogues traditionally don't have healing. Rogues traditionally struggle against aggro. This might help them against hunters, which is like I think one of their worst matchups. Maybe against Druid too. Druid usually wrecks rogues. I think. At least they used to. Off the hand, I think it might see play. The only thing is rogue. There's a secret. I don't know if it's in I think it's still in standard, so it has that competition.
Evasion,
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think it'll see play?
I think this is weak. I'm just comparing it to like it's obviously like way worse than Ice Block.
It is, yes.
Happened. You didn't have to time Ice Block, right? It would just happen when you needed it to happen. And
Exactly.
Timeout, like you did have to time it. You did have to timeout, but the cool thing about that card was like you could use it proactively too. Like if you knew, because it worked on your turn and on your opponent's turn. So like if you knew you had to hit something huge with your weapon, you know, you could get kind of like bonus mileage out of it, right?
Yeah, I think it's
this card only stops damage. There's nothing proactive about it.
yeah. I don't think it'll see play.
Not to mention like there's stuff that still hits you through stealth.
Oh, but there's that.
Hunter hero power.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, you're right. So
Like,
stealth's not that
this
good.
isn't immunity by any means.
The only thing is it would be cool for Discover thing against like Druids that have huge bulky boards. So, but nah, it's not good enough. At least not now. Maybe in the future, but who knows. Next up is 2-mana Shadow Clone Secret. Oh, more secrets for the rogue. After a minion attacks your hero, summon a copy of it with stealth. Well, I think that's going to be in most rogue decks, right? It is situational, though. It'll be kind of like playing against Vaporize.
Yeah.
But
I think it's like solid in a vacuum. Probably the biggest issue with the card though is a lot of decks are still playing lackeys.
yeah,
So like some decks, just notably other rogue decks.
Yeah, I don't know about it.
Cheap ways that they're activating.
Well, but against Druid, though, this is a bane because Druid's. How many small minions does Druid have? As a Druid player, I would hate this secret because against Druid, unless it's aggro Druid, but aggro Druid's not really a thing. Druid's is about big, bulky stuff. So, oh man, talk about giving your opponent something nice.
Yeah, I also think like the rogue secrets overall, like there's not that many of them.
Yeah.
And they're kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
Like secrets are only as strong as like the weakest link kind of.
Exactly. In a tournament environment, if you're rogue, if you know your opponent's going to be playing Druids or any other bulky stuff, then yeah, that's an auto include because it punishes them. But on average, you're right. I don't think it's. Well, I don't know, man. It depends on the meta. It's meta dependent too. Like Paladin tends to get really bulky. Imagine an 8/8 with Divine Shield going face. Ooh, but the only problem is it would have stealth, right? But no, it wouldn't be such because you wouldn't be able to play it until move that card to attack anyway. So no, it depends on the meta. If the meta is huge and big and bulky and big, then this will probably see play. But we'll see. I kind of agree with you. I don't know if it's going to though. So next up, we have 1-mana 2/1 Pirate. Oh wow, first Pirate I think of the set that I've seen. Combo: deal 1 damage to a minion for each other card you have played this turn. Very situational.
Reminds me of Spectral Pillager.
Yeah, but did that see play?
Not a great card.
No, I don't.
So this is a lot cheaper. So.
It is a lot cheaper. It is Pirate for maybe an aggressive deck might be interested in it, but I don't know. All right, I don't know.
Speaking of lackeys, right?
Yeah,
you know,
it could.
You can probably get this to deal some good damage.
Yeah, with Rogue, since they tend to play a lot of cards, it could be good in Rogue. Potentially hard removal. Damage to a minion. Oh, it has to be a minion. I was going to say if it goes face, it could be even worse. Hurt you bad. Okay, so up next, Ticketmaster 3-mana 4/3. Good stats. Death Rattle, shuffle 3 tickets into your deck. When draw, summon a 3/3 plush bear. Slow, but does Rogue have a lot of competition for 3 drops?
cards like
It summons
like
it, so that's...
yeah, what was the card? Nerubian Ambush or whatever. Like these kind of cards usually don't see play.
AT4 Tiny, I appreciate the follow. I think I see you in Saturn streams, right? Or some or is it combat streams? I've seen your name around T4, so I appreciate the follow. I think it's Saturn for Faria. I could be wrong, but I've seen your name, or is it Root? I don't know. I've seen your name around, and I appreciate the follow nonetheless. Thank you very much. Next up, we have... oh, okay. Yeah, Tiny. Okay, thank you. I appreciate the follow. I'm technically, you probably already know I'm Variety, but tonight we're doing some Hearthstone. We're probably going to get back into a little bit, but we're going to play a bunch of stuff. So I'm more Variety than Saturn. I also play a lot of Faria, but I appreciate it, Tiny. I really do. Thank you very much. And we're rating cards right now with my buddy Rev, who's a Faria fan as well. All right, so next up, Sweet Tooth. Love the name. 2 mana, 3/2. Gain, corrupt, gain, +2 attack and stealth. Not bad. Yeah, playing it on turn 2 is not bad either. But
so in the optimal case where you're playing a 3 mana card to corrupt this, then you're playing a 4 mana 5/2.
Yeah.
Stealth, which is like a Panther.
Yeah.
With extra attack.
Panther only saw.
I'm not like blown away by
No, I don't know if it'll see play.
The thing is, like this kind of deck, like, you know, just like play stealth minions and hit face and draw cards. That is like currently a deck.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, it might.
You know, it's got a shot.
Yeah, it does. I think it's decent, and Rogue should be able to.
It just depends if people want that more than the 2-drops that are already available.
Exactly. Again, art's amazing this set. Think of amazing art. Look what's coming up. Swindo. 2 mana, draw a spell combo, and a minion. Combos, their forte. I don't see why this wouldn't see play. Could you think of a reason why it wouldn't?
So, I mean, like tutoring for cards is really nice in general.
Yes.
Specifically, what I thought of when I saw this card first was the way the new Cthulhu works, right?
Yep.
It shuffles the spell pieces into your deck, and you have to play all 4 of them, and then it shuffles Cthulhu into your deck.
Yep.
So at baseline, you can draw one of the pieces of Cthulhu plus like whatever minion.
Yep.
And then, but if you draw it much later in the game, then you can play like your final piece of Cthulhu and then immediately draw Cthulhu.
I like it.
You take out whatever like 5 or 6 turns you would need to normally draw it.
Yep. And as we all know,
and you blast them immediately.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Rogue of all classes will definitely. I like I said, I see no reason why a Rogue would never play this. Worst case scenario.
So yeah, specifically in that deck, it's like never a dead card.
Yeah, exactly.
You're either tutoring the pieces of Cthulhu or you're tutoring Cthulhu.
Yep. And 2 mana, draw 2 cards potential. Well, you'd obviously have to combo it, but likely, I mean, scenarios there won't be an issue for it. 2 mana, draw 2 cards, a spell and a minion. Oh, dude, good stuff. And last but not least for the Rogue, and probably the best art I've seen in the sets thus far. 2 mana, 3/2.
One of the strongest cards too.
Oh, really? Yeah, let's see how strong it is. Foxy Fraud, beautiful art. Love the art in this expansion. I know I've been saying it a million times, but I can't say it enough. I love art. We all know that, especially big time Faria fan. Battlecry. Your next combo card this turn costs 2 less. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a especially early on, it's a very good combo.
Very good combo.
On turn 3 or turn 2 with the coin, you just play the fraud, play an SI7 agent alongside it.
Oh yeah, exactly. And it depends on your area. Because shit, you could get Swindle here for free too, right? Yeah. Damn it.
Or you can think about like
Edwin.
like early like backstab, fraud, Edwin.
Oh, God, such a powerful card. I see this being nerfed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's disgusting.
Just so strong in Rogue.
It's just like, it lets you cheat and you get a body and play too. It's like, have your cake and eat it.
Exactly. All right, next, but my second favorite class.
He just got the sadistic grin too. Like, he knows he's...
Yeah, look, he's a fraud art. Look at that. Yeah, it is amazing art, by the way. God, man, the art, that card's top notch. All of it's been great this set. But Shaman's up next, my second favorite class. Right, let's look at the very first Shaman. Legendary. Storm Crash, actually. So it's a dwarf. Wow, okay. It doesn't look very Shaman-like. I guess electricity, maybe? 5 mana, 4/5. Not bad stats. On your turn, your hero has +2 attack and Wind Fury. Okay, so it's basically Doomhammer on a stick, kinda. No overload. Will this see play?
I think it's pretty good as a tempo card.
Yeah, it is, and it's a soft taunt. It has to be removed. Yeah, you're never. Oh, dude.
Kill a couple things.
The theory of different combos you could do with weapons in the late game. Oh my god. Yeah, this will see play. You don't lose tempo for playing it on turn 5. Yeah, it'll see play. I like it.
Yeah, you can use your hero to protect it and probably keep it on board.
Yeah. Oh man, late game. Man, dude, turn 10 with Doomhammer. Well, it's Wind Fury doesn't stack, but that's Doomhammer's 2, so that's 4 attack. Yeah, it's pretty strong. Or it could potentially really be broken in Wild, actually, more than standard. But yeah, it's a good card. I don't see why you wouldn't play it. Next up, whoa, a totem, legendary totem. Okay, it's 3 mana, 0/4.
Is this the first legendary totem?
It is. I can't think of another one. It is at the end of your turn, give +1/+1 to all other totems in your hand, deck, and battlefield. Oh, they're pushing totem shaman. It has 4 health on turn 4. If turn 3 can be kind of difficult to remove on its own. Oh, and with Totemic Might, making that a 6 health minion. It depends on the meta. Totem Shaman is probably one of the best decks for Shamans right now, but that's not saying much. It's decent, but it's not great, because Shaman's not great. This might help the Totem Shaman become even more competitive. I like it.
Yeah, right now, Totem Shaman's like a pretty all-in deck.
Yeah, it is.
Like you have to get a pretty disgusting start and then just run away with it.
Yeah. I think maybe this is a little bit more...
With this, buffing, like, everything, maybe you get some consistency, right?
And it's at the end of your turn, so you get value right when you play it. If it was at the start of the turn, it wouldn't be so good.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've attacked with, like, a really big healing totem before, but, like, it feels good.
I could see this, yeah. I could see this seeing some play. Especially in Wild. My friend plays a Wild Totem Shaman. He's had great success with it, so it could definitely see play. I don't know.
Now we just need Flame Tongue Totem.
Oh, dude, yeah. Imagine.
That's why we're in the spot of.
Yeah, they need to unnerf that shit. So it'll really help the. It was nerfed at the time it needed to be, but now it needs to be reverted back. All right, 2 mana Deathmatch Pavilion. What is this? Summon a 3/2 duelist. If your hero attacked this turn, summon another. Well, that goes good synergy with Storm Girl over there. I mean, worst case scenario, you have a 2 mana 3/2. That sees play. I don't say it's bad. The Spell Shaman's kind of thing that floats around once in a while. I don't think it's a bad card. I don't know if it'll see play though, but it has a lot of Shamans. Probably have a lot of, well, especially when I'm seeing other 2-drops coming up. So I don't think it's bad. It could potentially see play, but what do you think?
I think it seems alright.
Yeah, it seems alright for more of an aggressive Shaman, so we'll see.
It's alright.
It's not great, not bad. Next up, Murloc. 3 mana, 3/4. Good stat line. Magic Fin. After a friendly Murloc dies. Ooh, I remember that from Wild. Add a random legendary minion to your hand. Okay. First things first. It has to be a Murloc. So this is definitely a lot more support in Wild off the bat. I'd say there are Murloc Shamans or Murloc-like. The only thing is it's RNG, but it's a value card. And this is a tempo game. I don't think it's bad.
Probably. I think it's bad.
If you discover it or it gets...
I just don't think it's what you're looking for.
Yeah. The only thing, though, dude, in a Murloc deck, Murlocs are usually understated. You don't have a good statted Murloc at 3-drop, 3/4. So there is that to take in consideration. In sense of just a body plus a perk on top.
Yeah.
There is that to consider in Murloc. More wilds. But yeah, it's not a bad card.
Usually the Murloc decks are more interested in dumping their hand and drawing cards than generating cards. Right?
Yeah, so I well, there is that 2/3 that generates random Murlocs, though. And that sees play.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a little bit different, though, because there are some bad legendaries, high-cost legendaries.
And
so.
also just like your Murlocs have synergy. Random Murlocs are going to have synergy with your other Murlocs.
Yep. So it's not bad, but not great. It might see play in Wild, but because of its stat line. But we'll see. Like you said, though, I do agree with you. Or next up, 4-mana Dunk Tank. The art, man, look at that. It's a goblin. So awesome. There's a guy in, I think, the fair in World of Warcraft that's on a tank, if I remember. I could be wrong. Deal 4 damage. Okay, well, that's not bad on its own. The Shaman's had several spells like that. It has an overload, so that's good. Corrupt. Then deal 2 damage to all enemies. I think Shaman will probably be a good candidate for... It's kind of very similar to Earthquake, but cheaper.
Yeah, so it's a souped up swipe is what
Yeah, I think it'll see play. Shaman's
dealing 6 and 2 instead of
1. It's a good card. I see no reason why you wouldn't play it. Obviously not in every, and it goes face, I might add.
I have my overall Shaman concern of like because of overload, like your cards aren't as expensive as advertised.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe
So
you don't have that many options to actually corrupt things.
Yep, and we'll see if it works. Next up, Whack-A-Knoll Hammer. I love it because there is a Whack-A-Knoll Hammer minigame in the fair in World of Warcraft. You never played WoW, I don't think you said so. All these references to the fair.
Very little.
It's pretty cool. 3-mana, 3/2. Okay, so it's a War Axe, but doesn't see play in because it has no text. So let's read the text. After you hear a text, give a random friendly minion +1/+1. Yeah, it'll see play. I don't know if every Shaman deck, but dude, if you could cheat this out, turn 2, get this going just as shenanigans, they make it a little bit more impressive. Yeah, it'll see play. These type of weapons usually do see play, right?
Yeah, 3-mana 3/2s with bonus.
Yeah, it's good.
Pretty safe bet.
Good card. Love the art. All right, or the theme of it. Next up, 3-mana. It's a Pitmaster 1/2. So stats are horrible, but let's look at the battle cry. Summon a 3/2 duelist. Corrupt. Summon 2. All right. Well, 3-mana. You get a 4/4 basically. That's acceptable on its own. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's good. And if you get 2, it's even cherry on top. Yeah, it's not a bad card. It's good. You get good cost. 4/4 for by default for 3 mana is good. More good for token evolve synergy, perhaps. Especially with something coming up in a second. Okay, so next up is Elemental 2-mana, 2/2. Cage Match Custodian.
It's a great name.
Yes, it is. And a battle card draw a weapon. Oh, well, look at this, dude. What if you have this Whack-A-Knoll Hammer is your only weapon? That's excellent because you can play it right on curve.
Yeah.
I think it's a good card.
Well, that's the interesting thing, right? Like, say hypothetically you're going first, right, and you play your Custodian on turn 2, then your opponent knows that they're not able to play like their 2/3 in their hand.
Yep.
Because it's going to get value traded by either the weapon or the Custodian.
Yep.
So then they're kind of in a weird spot of like, what do I do here?
I agree. I like it. It's a good card. And it is card draw. And very specific card draw, which is good. Warrior would definitely play this if it was a warrior card. I even think this would be an excellent, what's it called? Demon Hunter card if it had it. I think Demon Hunters would play it. And Shamans do use weapons, but not all the time, obviously. Anyways, if you don't have weapons in your deck, you would never play this card because you have better options than a 2/2. All right. Revolve. What is this? So you're not actually devolving, or you're actually doing something completely different. 1 mana, transform all minions into random ones that with the same cost. So it's not devolving or evolving. All right, so
That's a weird one.
in worst case scenario, it's a heal for your minions. But would shamans be interested in this though? I don't know.
I don't think it's good, but
No, I don't think it's good. Because
like in order for it to be as good as evolve or as good as devolve, you kind of need to be like healing up your minions while debuffing your opponents.
yeah, I don't think it's
I
going to
feel
see
like that
play.
doesn't happen too often.
The only thing is, I don't even think Arena would be good Arena. But again, too bad because the art's probably one of the top ones so far. Too bad arts doesn't judge the quality of a.
I know. God, I forget whose reviews it was that I used to watch, but he always said when you start evaluating a card's art, you know it doesn't have any merit.
Oh yeah, it's so true, so true.
Like you know you're scraping the bottom of the barrel when you start.
Exactly. The only redeeming factor is its art.
Yeah.
It's last but not least, Storm.
There's some pretty good art, but
Yeah, but it's not a good card. Storm Strike, 3 mana. Deal 3 damage to a minion. Give your hero +3 attack this turn. Yeah,
quite solid.
quite solid because
Especially you can give your
you can only go to a minion. That's kind of a downside. But in theory, it can go to face because you kill a minion or do something to a minion, and then you still get to do 3 potentially to the. It kind of reminds me of a Demon Hunter card, though, doesn't it? Kinda. Yeah, it's good. I think it's not bad. I think shamans are either aggressive or not, and this fits both control and aggressive in mid range. Because aggressive might want you to get through a taunt and still get some damage to face or remove. It's a good card. I like it. Up is the Warlock. Let's see if the Warlock can go from gutter trash hero to something competitive again.
I love some of these Warlock cards.
All right. Tricatus. Is that how you pronounce it? Is this...
Ticketus?
Oh, Ticketus. Oh, really? Is it? I guess so, Ticketus. I'll trust you on that one. 6 mana, 8/8. Whoa, well, okay. Stat-wise, it's amazing. Demon. Battlecry, remove the top 5 card. Okay, that's... Okay, again, it fits with the Warlock's theme. Remove the top 5 cards from your deck. Corrupt your opponent's deck instead. Whoa.
Yep.
Obviously, if you play this on curve, you're gonna.
So if you play it on curb, it's like Fel Reaver.
Yeah, it is like Fel Reaver.
But obviously, like, it doesn't have the catastrophic fail chance
No, you know,
of Fel Reaver.
I think this will see play, dude. Imagine your demon deck though. Summon this onto the board. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 90% of, no, even more than that, probably like 95% of games you don't draw your whole deck.
Yeah, dude, I like this card a lot.
Discarding cards to just get a big body is actually
Yeah,
good.
I like it. And this could go into Zoo. This, well, I don't know about Zoos isn't usually like expensive, but Zoo's been getting more expensive over the years. They actually play that 7. What was that? 7 legendary that changes your cards into random legendaries or something like that.
Oh yeah, Rafam.
Yeah, Rafam. So he sees plays. Yeah, I like this. Next up.
Yeah, and not to mention it's like if in the control matchups, like you just.
Oh, dude, you could really mess up some. It could potentially be a combo breaker too, especially in Wild, man.
It's like Rin, but with a lower payoff, but
Yeah.
way easier to get to.
Hey, Rev is real quiet,
Your opponent's board, and,
which seems odd. Oh, hey, Saturn's here. Welcome, Saturn. You can't hear Rev? Let me put the volume up here. Let me put him up here real quick.
I'm not loud enough.
Let me put
Turn Rev to the people. I'll move my mic closer.
There we go. He's a little bit. Let me go and see if we put his volume up here. Thank you for coming by, Rev.
Yeah, no worries.
There, you're
I'm
at
here for
200%.
I'm here for the cards.
I want more Rev. I know, right?
Never enough Rev in the world.
Oh, it's Hunter.
Yeah, I was about to say, where are the shock cards?
You missed the. We'll go back up to the new Hunter cards. You weren't here for that, Saturn, but we thought of you. We made it. Hey, Saturn would like these cards. His favorite's the Hunter, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we hit Hunter already. You'll have to go back and watch the VOD.
Exactly. And next up is a legendary spells again. Okay, cool. 6 mana, Deck of Chaos. Swap the costs and attack of all minions in your deck. Okay.
Yeah, this card has me like scratching my head.
Yeah, where would it fit? Zoo? Control? It swaps the cost and attack. Okay, so let's use it. I don't. Yeah, it's kind of hard to think where
Yeah. So the best I could think of with this card is Jiraxis.
There. Yeah. Ooh. Well.
Because then you play 3 mana Jiraxis. Like you don't keep the 9 attack. Like the battle cry activates and you get your 3 attack weapon like usual. But the point is you get to play Jiraxis
for cheap.
For 3 mana.
That could be a thing, but
you already played deck for 6 the turn before, so you're maybe not cheating that much mana, but like it's
yeah,
it's interesting at the very least.
It is interesting, and I'm gonna love to see the combos that they have. So, all right. So next up is it's on a demon. It's some kind of.
This next one has my name in its name.
Yeah, look at that. It's a rascal too.
And historically speaking, cards in Hearthstone with the name Revenant in them are not particularly good.
Let's see if this rascal is 3 mana, 3/3. So stats are okay. You're kind of a little bit low on health. Battlecry: destroy a mana crystal for both players. So it's really geared towards rampy stuff. Could be
Disruption.
Disrupt. It's more of a tech card than anything. I mean, it's good against obviously druids that love to ramp.
I think you play this in Zoo, and you play it the turn that you're expecting your opponent to
like against the Mage, turn 7, right? Yeah, I think it's
you play it you play it in the way that a lot of decks played Loatheb. Like
you
play it in the turn when you're expecting shit to go wrong, and you just use it as your get out of jail free card.
Exactly, and in worst case,
keep pushing damage and keep building board.
Yep.
On the turn.
And if you play on turn 3 against aggro, it's not that bad either. So, all right. So
I think it's solid. It's got a chance.
Exactly. I think it's good. It's not bad. Cascading Disaster, 4 mana. Love the art. Destroy a random minion. Okay. Well, on turn 4, usually there's not too many wide boards. But is there anything really you want to? Well, there's some stuff on turn 4 you want to destroy. Corrupt. Destroy 2. Corrupt again. Destroy 3. Ooh. Okay. So if you could get this. And you keep control warlocks love to keep things in hand, so this I probably would say we'll see play. It kind of reminds me of the battle cry for the Anduin. What is it? Death Knight, right?
Yeah.
What kind of like that?
Like I was saying,
or
earlier,
Galagon.
I think warlock is a good class for corrupt.
Yeah.
Your expensive board clears.
Yep, that definitely see play.
Maybe we should explain corrupt for Saturn since he.
Oh yes. Yeah, Saturn.
Saturn corrupt means the card gets a bonus when you have already played a card that costs more than the card with corrupt. So Cascading Disaster gets upgraded when you've played a card already that costs more than 4.
Exactly. So like if your example would like
in your hand.
If turn 10, if you play this tricky guy here for 6 mana first, this gets corrupted, so we destroy 2. And if you do it again, well, you won't have probably it sticks around, so you could do it the next turn and you could do 3, so it's good stuff. It's way different, obviously, from the Corrupt from Feria.
Yeah, so if you need the fast play, you play it without Corrupt. If you want to milk it for value, then you know, trigger the Corrupt effect.
Yep. Up next is Wicked Whispers, 1 mana. Discover. Oh, I'm sorry, not discover. Discard. No, discard synergy again. Discard your lowest cost card. Give your minions +1/+1. Now, is that on the in your?
That's on your board.
Okay.
Which makes it quite a bit. It's quite a bit better than hand buffing.
Okay, yeah, because you could get yeah. So that's actually not a bad card. And discard lock's a thing in Wild, so.
Yeah, and targeted discards are just pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. It's not bad.
Lets you plan out your plays better and do powerful things.
Yeah, it's a good card. And discard's a thing in Wild, especially. I don't know so much about Standard, but definitely Wild. Okay, so next up, a Fire Breather. So it's a 4-mana 4/3. Okay, not bad. It's a battle card. Deal 2 damage to all minions except for demons. Yeah, it's Demon Wrath on a stick. Yeah, it'll see play.
Yep. Seems solid.
Yep. No matter what, it'll see play because especially Zoo tends to be very demon focused. Demon minions, yeah, definitely going to see play. Next up, 3 mana, free emission. Draw 2 minions. If they are both demons, reduce their cost by 2. Ooh, Zoo will love this.
This card is sick.
It is sick. Very good. Yeah, great. Especially coming up right next to it, Midway Maniac. It is a 2-mana 1/5 with Taunt. Whoa, Taunt. A beautiful Taunt body. Yeah, that's going to be difficult for people to get through at turn 2. And if it gets on there for free, yeah.
I mean, you play it like Tar Creeper just to protect your.
It's not a bad card. I think that'll definitely go in Zoo decks, and the fact that it has a demon tag makes it relevant too.
Yeah, and if you do have some buffs,
like this Wicked Whispers,
on an already very healthy minion, good.
Good stuff. Next up, probably one of the best arts so far as well. 6 mana, 6/4, horrible stats. Ring Moron here. Did I say moron? I'm tired. Okay, so Taunt. Has Taunt. Okay. Not really good health, though. Death Row. Summon 2/3/2 imps. Demon, though. It has a demon tag.
This card's pretty good.
It is good.
I think it's a better Savannah High main.
Yeah, it is.
And in Arena, the 6 mana 6/4 summon Scribes.
Yeah, and I forgot about
that was the best neutral.
I forgot about High main, dude. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's a better High main, and it's a demon.
Yeah.
And it has Taunt. I mean, it's not that great, but again, with Wicked Whispers, it might.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. It's not bad.
Yeah, we're pushing the envelope on how much shit we can push into one minion.
Yes.
Always appreciate.
Up next is a 3 mana 3/4, which is good stats, pretty vanilla.
And the art is metal as hell.
Oh yeah, dude, it is. It's awesome.
But I'm not even dissing on its power. I think it's also powerful.
Yep. No, I agree. Battle card, give a friendly demon +3 attack and life steal this turn. Okay.
It's a cheaper and more powerful Dark Iron Dwarf.
Look at this. Play your 1/5 Taunt. Next turn, it could do some trades. It could go face. Yeah, and get heat. Well, I don't know how much healing you're going to need by turn 3, but
yeah.
Usually,
but still, the attack buff is always going to be relevant.
Yes, it will be. Good card. I don't see why you would never play it. Zoo would like it too. And it has a demon tag, which is nice. A lot of demon support for Warlock. Good stuff. I think Warlock's a little bit better position, dude. It looks like they're getting some decent tools.
Yeah, I like a lot of these cards.
Yeah, it's a Warlock. It's
kind of good. Warlock's kind of not great right now.
No, so this is going to definitely help them in Standard. This Deck of Chaos, I'm not too sure about, but we'll see.
Yeah, I wouldn't call Deck of Chaos is just kind of weird, but overall, I think all of these cards run the gambit from good to very good.
Yes. And we have Sesh. Hi, Sesh. How are you, my friend? We have Rev with us. He's back. It's been a long time since we've done a co-op stream with Rev.
Hey,
But,
what's up, Sesh?
and welcome, Sesh.
Everybody getting in here for some Hearthstone.
I know, right? They just come to say hi, which I appreciate. Even if they don't enjoy the content, it's all good when they come by. Warrior is up. And real Sesh said hi back. I don't know if you were seeing chat. I think you're seeing chat too. So
yeah, I'm looking at chat.
Perfect. Good stuff. Warrior's up here. Matter of fact, I was thinking about playing some. We're gonna probably. I don't know about tonight. We'll probably do some duels or something. Watch you do some good wild one because my voice is kind of getting its ass kicked here. All right, Warrior. Oh, the God of Metal. I don't know if you remember this, but this is a card that's been in. Where is he?
Oh yeah, the original ETC.
Yes, I have him actually. The gold version.
Yeah, have you seen the animation on this new one yet?
No, here he is.
Badass.
It's this guy. You never saw play, but he was a fun card. But it's just because, if I remember right, he gave you good stuff to your opponent. You don't like doing that. So yeah. ETC returns the God of Metal. He's now a 2 mana. He's a warrior card only now. The other one was neutral. 2 mana, 1/4. Not bad stats. No. After a friendly rush minion attacks, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Very aggressive. Very aggressive. But
I don't know what you do with it that's that crazy overall.
Yeah.
Like the best I can think of is there's animated broomstick, so maybe you have some kind of combo where you draw enough minions and then you give them all rush and then you
you also
blast your opponent's board and hit face a bunch. I don't know.
And they do this where they make a card and it's not so hot the first set it's released, but it's coming in the future expansions. It tends to get support, so it looks like Rush is something they're going to support going forward. So, or at least we'll see. I like it, but it's a 2 mana 1/4. It's not a bad stat line for just that, or a good early game kind of component, and it has a perk. But we'll see.
The issue is Warrior doesn't really do a lot with small minion bodies.
No, it doesn't. So we'll see. All right. So next up, another legendary. It's a 5 mana Ringmaster here. 5 mana 3/5. Stats are not that great, but Battlecry, draw a mech. Oh, it's like Curator actually, but cheaper. Doesn't have taunt though. Battlecry, draw a mech, dragon, and pirate. Well, if this is a thing, it's not a bad card. It's potentially could draw you 3 cards, which is very good.
Yeah. It's good for the newness off.
Yeah, it is. So I think this has good potential. It's not a bad card by any means. It just depends on if this archetype is going to be a thing for Warrior, which I think it will be. Remember, Curator saw play with Warrior before, so I'm pretty sure this will see.
Yeah, like more than half of the cards are kind of pushing this. So
yep.
Like if it's not a thing, then.
And Wild definitely going to be a thing. And we're coming up with a couple a dragon and a mech. So let's go here. Ringmaster's Baton, 2 mana 1/3. Okay, not bad. Okay, after your hero attacks, give a mech, dragon, and pirate in your hand +1/+1. History proves that that's never been a great thing, but you do have. But the only thing is, you could play it on turn 2 and wait and not attack, and it depends on what's in your hand. And comboing with something like this in late game is not too bad. Actually, if you late game, at 7 mana or something like that, it's not too bad with that. But I don't know. What do you think of it? It's not bad.
I mean, part of the issue with a lot of the hand buffers, especially like the spell hand buffers, is you're losing like card advantage.
You are.
For that effect, right?
You are.
Potentially not hitting that many cards in your hand. This is, you can buff across multiple turns. You get a weapon out of it. It's a small weapon, but, it's potentially relevant for, like, execute and coerce and whatnot. So,
and it's not bad, and
Plague of Death.
And I'm really looking forward to Warrior, actually, this new set.
So I think bundling it with a weapon is actually
good. Yep.
relevant.
Okay, next up, 5 mana, 5/5, a Tent Trasher. Dragon, pretty cool art. Rush. Okay, well, this is Rush synergy with Homeboy here. Costs 1 less for each friendly minion with a unique minion type.
So very, very much pushing the newness off.
Yes, it is. And a 5 mana, 5/5 with Rush isn't bad on its own, just to take into account. So it has a bonus. It'll see play, especially with.
If you reduce its cost, you're pretty happy about it.
And you have to and think about this. I mean, in theory, you do the Ringmaster turn 5. This potentially could be free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good card. I like it. On its own, it's not bad. A 5 mana 5/5 with Rush is good. Because usually Rush minions are understated, right? For their costs. Yeah. So, not bad. I think it'll see play. Definitely see, especially as I cannot wait for the Warriors. Of course, Druid's going to be my first, most likely Shaman afterwards. But Warriors definitely on my list for next expansion. All right, 2 mana. It's a bumper card. 2 mana, 1/3. Okay, not bad stats. Rush. Okay, Rush synergy. Cheap Rush synergy. Death Route added 2 1/1 riders with Rush to your hand. Okay, a gift that keeps on giving. I like it. Not a bad card by any means, and it supports Homeboy. So,
gonna be hard to kill that much with.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
1/3 rusher, but it does get buffed by the. It gets buffed by the baton and tutored by the Ringmaster.
It does, and early game turn 2, you use a lot of 1-cost minions, so or something like that. So yeah, it's not bad. I like it. I think it's a good card. Not overpowered, but good. Okay, Stage Dive. Okay, I love it. 1 mana. Draw a Rush minion. Corrupt. Give it +2, 1, +1.
Yeah.
I think
it's quite good.
Yes, because it draws exactly
very easy to trigger Corrupt on a.
Yeah,
cost.
And I think Warriors plays cards similar to this, anyways. Yep, yeah. Good card. And Warrior, especially specialized card draws, usually sees play. Feat of Strength, 3 mana. Give a random. Oh, here we go. Give a random taunt minion in your hand +5/+5.
I mean, it's probably not all that. It's probably not all that random, right?
No.
Like 1 or 2 taunts in your hand.
Yeah. So this a taunt warrior, if it's
you probably get it to hit the thing that you.
Yeah. So it's not bad in that regards. And taunt warrior, I think, is still kind of a thing in Wild, right? Kinda.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. In Standard,
I mean, everything is a thing in Wild, just because there's enough cards. But like,
yeah,
Warrior's kind of shit in Wild.
Oh, well, then it probably won't help. But maybe Standard it might see some play. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Next up,
the issue with Warrior in Wild is just, I mean, they beat the aggro decks pretty well, but like the combo decks just run the field.
Interesting. Next up is a Minefield, which Blizzard said they redesigned because it was going to be Bomb synergy to give Bomb Warrior a last hurrah before it rotates, but ended up being that Bomb Warrior is still meta, so they changed their mind. It's a 2 mana Minefield. It's deal 5 damage, randomly split among all minions. Yeah. That'll probably replace, what is it called? I don't think it's rotating though, but yeah, I could see this seeing play.
It reminds me of Dynomatic.
Yeah. Not as good as Dynomatic.
Except it doesn't have to. Dynomatic had to hit non-mechs.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit more flexible.
Yeah, it's good for even.
You don't waste any of the missiles on face, which.
Yep. Yeah.
Missiles
exactly.
On face isn't a relevant thing for Warrior. They just want to clear your shit.
Yeah, it's a control warriors.
It's solid. It's not gonna like break the meta or anything, but it's solid.
Yep. Not a bad card on the last 2 cards. Is Pirate and a Mech. So 4 mana, 2/5. Okay, not bad. Taunt. Okay. Battlecry Crypt. Yeah, this card's a 3/2 sword. Yeah, this card's good.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and it's Pirate, which is synergy for Homeboy. And, of course, it'll equip it, so I mean to get rid of that. So, but you could swing with this, and yeah.
Like a much better Amani Weaponsmith, if you even remember that card.
Yeah, exactly. And look at this, dude. Feat of Strength. But you would have to have this in hand, though. Pirates are usually not well statted, too. Interesting. I like it a lot. Okay, last but not least is a Stagehand. 2 mana, 3/2. Good stats. Battlecry. Give a random minion in your hand. +1/+1. Problem is those type of cards don't usually do that great, but they do see some plays, especially when it's early game. And if you're going to build that kind of a deck, a heavy minion-based deck, you know you're going to get some kind of value out of it. And it's random, so meaning you don't have to. It doesn't have to be a pirate, it doesn't have to be a mech. Yeah, and it looks like it's recycled art. I remember seeing something similar to this before.
It has all right enough stats. So.
All right, yeah, not bad. All right, Warrior. I like Warrior's cards. I don't particularly see any one of them.
I think there's a lot of strong stuff.
Yeah, nothing. The only thing,
like I said, it's kind of ride or die.
Yeah, which tends to be
on the new N'Zoth working. But...
Yes, and we're gonna see the new N'Zoth. One of my favorite cards in the game, by the way. And there he is. But let's look at Cthulhu, the Shattered First. Neutral cards. 10 mana 6/6, horrible stats, but Cthulhu was always a 10 mana 6/6. It's his battle cry that made him great, because you would build him up to be quite larger at the start. Oh, a start of the game card. We haven't seen that for a while. Break into pieces. Battle cry. Deal 30 damage, randomly split among all enemies. All right. Much.
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember what the pieces are. There's like they're all spells and they're all 5 mana. There's like summon a 6/6 taunt. There's deal 3 damage.
Let's take a look.
To all minions.
Well, oh, here we are. Additional doesn't. Oh, links in deck show it. No, doesn't show. All right. Well, we'll have to find that out then. Surprised it doesn't show. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to.
But they're all like
they're spells, right?
They're all like decently. They're not necessarily spells you would put in your deck, but they're like serviceable.
All right.
Spells.
Problem is, this counterspell wrecks you, right? One of them gets counterspelled. Well, counterspell doesn't see play in standard, but it does in wild. So one of those getting messed up, you're done. Kind of like that. What was that minion that had very similar type stuff? Where if you was it the one that was like a dormant one, and he was dormant, and you had to draw 3 candles or something like. I don't know, but you remember that.
Oh yeah, the darkness.
Yeah, you would do there was a battle cry. There was that one minion that would do a battle cry that would destroy all 1-cost spells, so it would wreck it.
Yep.
Anyways, I don't think counterspell will be a thing in standard, but it might be discovered, so there is that possibility of a risk, but we'll see. Oh, look at the Defiler's back. 10 mana, 2/10/10. Same exact thing as he was before. The only difference is he wasn't a battle cry. He was a end of turn minion that would draw a random minion from your deck. Battle cry. Add a copy of each corrupted card you have played this game to your hand. They cost 0 this turn. Woo.
Yeah,
well,
so and I do believe it adds the corrupted cards, not cards with corrupt.
Wow,
right?
so that could
it adds the already final form cards to your hand.
Yeah, so that's pretty powerful then. Could be.
A lot of the corrupt cards we looked at in the individual classes have like taunt or rush or whatever.
Yeah, so this could
want you to play Yashiraj and not die.
This I'm thinking that maybe Druid didn't get much corrupt support, did it? Because I'm gonna see this guy was a Druid in a lot of Druid decks. Yeah, we are a Nintendo fan. Among Us is going to be in the morning, and then I'll be streaming some other stuff during the day later on. So yes, a couple of streams this weekend, at least for sure. 10 o'clock a.m. to 10:30 Pacific Standard Time in the morning. I plan on doing Among Us. I don't know if that's too early for you, and then you'll probably join us later for the other stuff. Not too sure about the afternoon stuff. Okay. Baho Yogg still is a 7/5. Does this guy ever get upgraded in stats? The Master of Fate. Battlecry. If you have casted 10 spells this game, spin the wheel of Yogg. Alright, I saw that wheel. There's one of them where it could kill you. Right?
Yeah.
Ooh, dude, the golden art.
Yeah, one of them casts Pyroblast until somebody dies.
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be that great. He might be good, but again, we don't see... Damn it, we don't see it all. His golden is amazing, though. All right, so we'll have to find out on that. Here is the new N'Zoth, God of the Deep.
Yeah, I think this is this to me at least, this is the most interesting of the gods.
So he's very similar to the other one, except for it's not Death Rattle synergy this time. Battlecry, resurrect a friendly minion of each minion tough. So it's you have to build your deck around it. You need pirates, beasts, etc., etc. to get value. But it only does one, though, right? So it could, you could really focus this to be really, really good.
Yeah. And a lot of classes have, like, 3 or 4 tribes that they kind of pull from, right?
Yeah. I think it's
I don't think there's any class that really has, like, 7, like, great, or I guess 6 great minions of different types to pull, right?
I like it.
But it's kind of whatever the best in slot card is for your type and class.
Yep. I like it, dude. It's a good card. And I think it'll see play. I'm going to craft it, most likely golden. Matter of fact, let's see what his golden looks.
Yeah, no, I crafted all of the original.
Well, mine?
In gold.
I did too, and I have to craft him golden. Look at that. Yeah, he's good. Alright. Well, we get this guy for free. He's already in game. 7 mana, 4/4 horrible stats. Darkmoon himself. They named the Darkmoon Faire after this dude. Battle card, choose a direction to rotate all. It's a combo deck card. It does see some play, but he's okay. He's a combo card, so. Yeah. Oh, look, we could see the stuff, the tokens in a minute.
Yeah, the coolest thing I've seen people do with this is there's the 1 mana 1/4 that deals damage to you whenever it takes damage. So you rotate that to your opponent's side of the board, and then you shield slam for like 30 plus damage.
Okay.
After a game of armoring up.
So he's gonna be a niche decks combo. You'll see
there's some cool stuff you can do, like with, like if you remember some of the treachery combos. Of, like, giving your opponent weird minions and then milling them to death.
Yep.
Interesting stuff.
He'll stick around more, probably wild too. Next up, 2 mana, 2/2 corrupt. So it has to be corrupted, I guess. Gain +1/+1. If it's corrupted, it can be corrupted endlessly. So technically, this is like a very slow version of Edwin.
Yeah. I don't know how you actually corrupt it endlessly, right?
I guess just keep it.
Like, how do you have that many expensive?
Yeah, I mean, it would sit in your hand forever.
How are you dicking around that much during a game of Hearthstone, right? Without somebody killing you.
I need to put ad blockers for this shit.
Yeah, I think it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It won't see play. All right.
All the other corrupt cards are pretty good at baseline, and
this one's horrible.
This even if you corrupt it, it's kind of like, so what?
Darkmoon.
What would be kind of interesting maybe is if it could be corrupted while it was already in play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right.
And then it's out there just taking trades and buffing itself back up.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a trash card. You're right.
We need a card that restores its health whenever you corrupt.
Ooh, there you go. Maybe they'll add that eventually. Well, finally we have a 10 mana 1/1. So that's a big, huge.
Finally.
Big, huge.
You're like, yes, I've been waiting.
I was gonna say this is a bad thing with a druid that likes to summon the summoner druids and wild.
Summoner. Yeah, I had the same thought. I was like, God damn, I love those decks. But
the only good thing is it's poisonous, but let's look at the stats. 10 mana 1/1. You'll never see rush. Poisonous. Also damages the minions next to whomever this attack. It'll never see play. What's the point to this card?
I mean, it's neutral removal, but at a very late time in the game.
And yeah. And the problem is this 10 mana, so that messes up the pool for like shamans. You've evolved shamans, druids that do a ton of stuff. Also spells that summon 10 random 10 I mean, I guess it's removal. It's poisonous, but man. Nah, that's not right. It's Holy Grail, though. You know where that's from. That's kind of cool. All right, so next up is a Carnival Clan 9 mana 4/4 horrible taunt. Doesn't save it. Battle cry. Summon 2 copies of this. Corrupt. Fill your board with the copies. All right. Well, this is interesting because you're getting for 9 mana. You're getting 3/4/4. So that is not bad with taunt.
Yeah,
Corrupt. Fill your board
I
though.
think the main problem is at that point in the game,
You
want to be doing more than just summoning stats, right?
Yeah. The only thing is maybe token druid.
Not to mention the corrupt is like you can literally only corrupt it with a 10 cost card.
Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
not
So it's
sure. So speaking of like niche cases, we were talking about like if you draw a corrupt card, does it corrupt?
yeah.
The other niche case I've been wondering about is how do cost reductions work, right? Like if you play a Molten Giant for 0 mana, does it trigger
Ooh,
corrupt?
you're right. It probably won't.
Because technically, like, you would only be able to corrupt this with a 10 cost card or a giant, right?
Yep.
If it doesn't limit it by cost reductions.
If this was a lot cheaper, like maybe 7 mana, I think it would probably see play like in a token druid. Maybe nah, but token druid, maybe not. Nah,
it's got the hand buff synergy, but it's like we saw what happened with Hyreek, right?
Yeah.
It's like hand buffing isn't a thing.
The only thing is I would say is maybe with that feat of strength and warrior, but then it would have to be your hand because then it's pretty insane. Even with just the battle cry +5/+5, making it a 9/9s. Nah, but I don't see that. It's too expensive. It limits its corruptibility too. That's probably because of its text to summon copies. If it didn't summon copies, it just summoned 2/4/4s would be a lot cheaper. All right, so what do we have here?
I guess the only crazy thing you can do with it is in wild you can evolve it.
Ah, you're right.
And get a board of 10s.
Yeah, maybe.
Still probably not
Worth it. Not especially if you evolve it into this. Darkmoon. Yeah, it's going to be sticking wild forever, dude. All right, Safety Inspector here. 1 mana, 1/3. Good stats. Battlecry. Shuffle the lowest cost card from your hand into your deck. Draw a card. Well, that would get rid of the coin. That kind of sucks. It's not bad. It's good early game, but it's not bad. I don't think it's bad to you. It's good for aggressive decks.
I think it's all right to play later on in the game.
Yeah.
If you're just like looking for some like weight for your hand.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. I like it. Interesting. Kind of like interesting.
Could be a weird combo with
it. Yeah. Next up is a 5 mana 3/2 horrible stats. Battlecry. Summon a 1/1 rider with rush for each minion in your hand. Well, then it could potentially be good, but it's very. Well, Token Druid is mostly spells, so it definitely wouldn't fit there. It could, but I don't see this being good.
Yeah, like I was talking about earlier, like these kind of cards with the notable and maybe only exception of Twilight Drake. These cards that scale with minions in hand or spells in hand, like they never get played. Yeah,
you're right. So we could write that off. It's a good try. If it was cheaper, maybe 4 mana, 3 mana would be decent, but then it might be too OP. All right, next up is Ritualist. We have a 3 mana 4/4. Okay, with taunt, amazing stats for the cost. Amazing art, by the way. Battlecry, add a random 4-cost minion to your opponent's. Oh, okay. Now we know why it's such good stat. It's like Arcane Golem back in the day, right? Except for it gave your opponent a mana crystal, if I remember right. Who would play this? I mean, it's not bad stats. You could get, but you don't want to give your opponent resources. It is random, but they might get garbage.
I think there's a lot better ways to mill your opponent too.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot mill decks. Rogues might be interested.
Because I mean, this reminds me of Dancing Swords, right?
Yeah. This might see play with taunt. This might see play for mill rogue in wild because they want to slow you down from going in their face. So this might see play there, but not.
I think they're more interested in just bouncing Cold Light Oracles, right?
Yeah, you're right. I don't see this. being.
Yeah, I don't think it has a place.
Nope. Next up is a 3-mana 2/2 horrible stats battlecry. Cast a secret from your deck. Okay, well, that's better than what's it called? That 2/2 that Mad Scientist. Because Mad Scientist.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily better, but it's
strong.
Good, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's strong. All right, that'll see play in. I think maybe Mage, maybe Hunter, but Hunter has better way right now. Well, not necessarily. Hunter for that Beast guy has to play it turn 2, assumes it survives, and play his hero power next turn to get value out of it, or wait till turn 4. So I don't know. We'll see. Hunters, there's definitely classes that might want to be interested in it. It's not a bad card at all. It's strong. A Fleet Hoof. Or if we didn't have another Fleet Hoof Pearl Tusk, all right? So it's let's look at its stats. It's a beast. 5 mana, 4/4. Rush. Corrupt. Gameplay. Well.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He is a big boy potentially, but I don't think you're going to want to wait around. Thing about rush minions you usually want stuff you want to play on curve to remove stuff. So you're not going to let it sit in your hand. It's good if you get the corrupt effect, but I don't think it's going to see play maybe in Hunter decks.
It's really good to get back from this off, but
oh yeah, you're right. Especially
0 mana 8/8 rush, and you.
Yeah.
I mean, against any minion based deck, like summoning a couple 0 mana 8/8 rushers, like you're just gonna clear your opponent out and win on the following turn.
Yeah. Interesting card, but I don't know if it'll see play. It might. We'll see. Next up, Claw Machine. 6 mana, 6/3 horrible stats. Rush, Death Row. Draw a minion and give it +3/+3. Okay, and it's a mech. So wild synergy comes into play. It's not bad.
Not bad.
The thing is, it's obviously going to be a removal tool.
It's high attack on rush
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah, so it's not bad. Definitely not bad. It could see play. Plus, it draws a minion, so it thins your deck. But who would play this? Maybe Hunter. And while
I think you have to have a specific minion that you want.
Yeah. So
Listed.
we'll see. Well, we got an optimistic ogre here. 5 mana, 6/7, amazing stats. And anything that has amazing stats has some kind of drawback. 50% chance to attack the correct. And so it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
But this thing's a little bit.
I like that they reversed the text though.
Yeah.
He's optimistic.
Yeah, it's good. And these cards never saw play before. They probably will never see play again.
They won't.
The only thing is maybe in arena. But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
it.
the original like ogre, the 3 mana 4/4
Yep.
got played just because it's like
Yep.
stats.
And thinking of stats, we have a 7 mana 6/6, which is not good. It's taunt makes it a little bit more bearable, but not really. Corrupt, this costs 0. Okay, well, the problem with this card is it's 7 mana. So that means you have to play 8, 9, or 10 mana. No, it's not
It is a very immediate follow-up though to a board clear to Twisting Nether.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Or a Plague of Death.
I did not think of
So
that.
with the cards that it's strong, like there's not that many cards to corrupt them, but like when you do corrupt it, you
The slow decks will
it's a
priest. Yeah, it's actually really good in that regards. But only druids could potentially like this because druids have a big issue with aggro. So yeah, we'll see. I think more priest and warlock or potentially mage than anything. I don't think druid will play this, but no, maybe a taunt druid, but we'll see. I don't think taunt druid's a thing in standard anyways. All right, here we go. Knife Vendor, 4 mana, 3/4. Not that great. Battlecry, deal 4 damage to each hero. Who would play this? Aggro, but
it's not bad if you're just wanting to go hard base. Like there have been times when like Hunter and Mage have played Nightblade 5 mana.
There is
or-
true. That's true. It saw actually play.
Like there have been times when it's like you play that and you play Leroy and you play Fireballs, and you just play all the shit that hits face. It does happen.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's interesting. It'll probably definitely be an aggressive decks. Next up is a 3-mana 3-2, not good stats. Well, let's look at the battle cry. It's elemental, so it has that tag. If you have played an elemental last turn, deal 3 damage. Very
Pretty solid.
solid, and shouldn't be too difficult to achieve. So actually, it's not bad with that battle cry.
Yeah,
But
it's a kind of a better Fire Plume Phoenix.
Yep, it is. And we haven't had an all card for a while. We have a new one. 4 mana, 4/5. Excellent stats and taunt. This has all minion types, so that's relevant as well. Yeah, good statted minion. I like it. Good against aggro. Would it see play in... I always think Druid firsthand. I don't think it would see play in Druid.
I mean, I think, like we were talking about earlier, like a lot of the class, like for purposes of N'Zoth, right? Like a lot of classes have like maybe 3 or 4 tribes. This is like your freebie tribe.
Yeah, and what's good about it, it's a good statted mini. You do not lose tempo for playing it.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. It'll definitely see play in N'Zoth decks for sure because you got a 4/5 taunt, and it helps your.
It's your X on the bingo card. Right?
Yep, not bad at all. Good stuff. Next up, it's not a Murloc. Oh, it's because he's in a costume. It's a costume entertainer. 2 mana, 1/2, a little bit low. Battle cry. Give a random mini in your hand +2/+2. The problem is you lose tempo by playing a 1/2.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a fan.
No. You'd be desperate for the hand, but
Unless
great
you're
art.
Specifically buffing like a good rush
Yeah.
or something.
Great art, by the way. But yeah. Oh, here we go. It looks like a guy who's been recycled. Art. 3 mana, 2/4 banana vendor. Add 2 bananas to each player's hand. Mill deck.
Yeah.
For wild, potentially. In standard, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, Bran, Banana Vendor,
Yeah.
Cold Light.
Not bad.
Maybe,
yep. Definitely not potential mill decks, especially in wild. Mill decks are kind of okay, I think, in wild. Not so great, but not so bad. Anyway, next up, Darkmoon. What is that word there? Oh, God, I can't remember.
Dirigible.
Dirigible, okay.
It's like another word for blimp.
Is it? Oh, all right. Learned something today. That's cool art. 3 mana, 3/2. Divine Shield. Corrupt. Gain Rush. Well, Divine Shield Rush minions are good. The only thing is, it's not so great as a 3 mana, 3/2 with Divine Shield. It's not bad.
I think it's respectable.
It is respectful. It's a good follow-up thing, I guess. But I don't see anyone playing it.
One more mana.
Yeah, it's respectable. It's not bad, but I don't know if it's going to find a home because like Paladin usually has better minions in their class, so it's not bad. Good arena. By the way, good arena card probably.
Yeah, it's probably leaning towards filler.
Yeah.
In ranked, but
Yeah.
all right for arena for sure.
Oh, hey, Darkmoon Stature, 3 mana, 0/5. Your other minions have +1 attack. Whoa, okay. It's kind of like a buffed up totem thing almost. Corrupt. This gains +4 attack. It won't see play, but I like it. Would it see play maybe in an aggressive type Shaman decks? What do you think? If it gets the corrupt effect, it's actually amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. +1 attack a lot of times isn't
that important.
Like +1 to a board is oftentimes not that impactful.
I don't think it's good.
Like if we're talking like +1/+1, that's like often pretty good because you're getting favorable trades. But like just +1 is like
nah, it's okay. I like what they're doing with it, but nah. Okay, coming up, A circus medic.
The only thing that might be particularly good about Darkmoon statue is like Demon Hunter has a lot of 1/1 rushers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that.
So that's a way to get a lot of value.
But
Out of
I don't think a
statue.
Demon Hunter would really be interested in this card. We could be wrong. We'll see. It has kind of potential. I would say it's a 1-star or 2-star. Possibly there's some shenanigans.
And I only mention it because Demon Hunter doesn't really buff their stuff.
No, it doesn't.
The synergy is more around like trading your tokens off.
Yep. Maybe a token druid might be interested in this.
Maybe a way you know, get some boosts.
The only token druid, if it's still a thing, might be interested in this, but even then, I don't know. All right, next up is a 4-mana 3/4 Circus Medic. Battlecry, restore 4 health. That'll see play. Healing is very, very limited in standard. Corrupt, deal 4 damage instead. Ooh, that's kind of nice.
I think that's rather solid.
Yeah, good card because at late game, it could give control options of finishing off. Because it could go to face, it could go to a minion. Yeah, I like it. It's good. Not bad. About time they made more healing in standard. Or printed new healing cards. All right. They always do this. Just your garbage Wind Fury. If there was a set, I don't think last set had that actually. Come think of it, but it's a 4-mana 3/5 Wind Fury. But this time it's not that bad statted actually.
Yeah, we got a 5-mana 3/5 Wind Fury a while back.
Yeah, so this isn't bad. Good. It has elemental tag, so that's relevant as well.
Yeah, 5 health for 4 mana. It might actually live once in a while.
Yeah, and it's definitely an excellent arena card, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not bad. This could potentially be in decks, or elemental decks, because elemental tend to not have such great select. Well, that's not true, but we'll see. It has potential. Actually, of all the Wind Fury cards, this fantastic Firebird has the most fantastic chance of actually seeing play.
Yep.
So yeah, it's good. Finally, decent. Like I said, I don't know if it'll see play, but it could potentially will. All right, next up, 2-mana 3/3, which is good. After you summon a rush minion, give it +2 attack. I'm surprised that Parade Leader is not a kind of like a warrior thing there, but it might see play. I don't know though. It depends. I don't know if decks like Warrior's going to have room for this. Mm-hmm. Oh, what? Here we go. It's a Murloc. Why does Murloc always do this? Prize Vendor. 2-mana 2/3. Good stats. Battlecry. Both players draw a card.
New Cold Light Oracle.
Mill potentially or aggro. You know, aggro decks like Hunters have problems, and I don't think Hunter's going to really care giving you a card.
That's true. Aggro decks do want to
draw
cards more.
Yeah, there is a negativity element, but I don't think they're going to care. This could potentially be in Face Hunters. Face Hunter doesn't get a lot of options for card draw.
Is it just me, or is that Murloc jacked?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. And then we always have a garbage 5 attack.
It's 2 mana, though.
It's 2 mana, though. But it's so easily removed, dude. But it has taunt. It's still garbage. I don't know. It's amazing. The Wind Fury minion's actually decent this time. And this one's...
Yeah, when are we going to get a Wind Fury Rager?
Yeah. Rager has always been garbage, but this is 2 mana 5 attack. It's not going to see play, dude. No.
A Wind Fury Rager would actually be sick, because if they can't kill it for whatever...
Oh, yeah. Because there was that...
Then you dome them for 10.
Yep. All right, so...
Yeah, taunt on 1 health. I mean, Ragers already have 1 health.
Yeah, it's not...
I mean, they already have, like, fake taunt, right?
Yeah. This is not going to see play.
Opponent wants
But
to kill it.
I love to see Blizzard keep to their standards. Or traditions. Okay, last 2 cards for neutral. 2 mana, 3/2. Death Rattle, silence all minions. I'm surprised it doesn't have the beast tag, by the way. Showstopper. Okay, this one I kind of think might see play, man. Especially with the paladin, with the nastinesses and druids and What do you think? I'm interested because
like, I mean, it has to. You have to wait for it to attack on the following turn.
that's
Your opponent's
true.
not gonna.
But
Not gonna trigger it, right?
but it's almost a must kill thing. It's gonna also if you play this like turn 2, you're not gonna play a minion because of it. Like, oh shit, I want this to happen. Yeah. I don't know. It has potential. But
I mean, it's good if you're expecting, like, I don't know, a paladin to.
Yeah,
play
it's
Divine Shield.
It's a death rattle. If it was a battle cry, it'd be so OP. It would be in every deck, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I do like it. We'll see. It could potentially see some play, but we'll see. Problem is, silence is something you want to usually as a battle cry, right, or a spell, immediate reaction. Death rattle, not so much, but we'll see. Damn it, man! Silence all minions. Okay. Last but not least, 2 mana, 2/1 horrible.
I think definitely not least.
Yeah, battle cry. Give adjacent minions +1. Okay, well that's definitely something.
Yeah, you get to Shattered Sun Cleric, 2 cards.
Yeah, it's good.
I think that's pretty solid for a Zoo deck. Yeah.
Yep, for Zoo, for Token Druid, if Token Druids, even Paladins could potentially want this. I don't know if Paladins have the room. Hunters could potentially want this. Yeah.
Like Zeus still plays Direwolf Alpha.
Yeah, exactly. This is a better Direwolf Alpha. Yeah. All right, now we see tokens, which is good. Cthulhu tokens. Here they are, all 4. So they're all 5 mana, so they're not cheap. Body of Cthulhu. Piece of Cthulhu. Oh, sorry, it has a counter. 0 and 4, so you have to play all 4.
Yeah. Taunt, missiles, board clear, and kill.
They're not bad. Okay, so the first one is a summon a 6/6 Cthulhu's Body with Taunt. Not bad for 5 mana. I is deal 7 randomly among all enemies. All enemies, though, that means it could go face. Not bad. 5 mana, 7 damage. What's the last one? Deal 3 damage for 5 mana? Yeah, that's good. And then the last, destroy a minion. For 5 mana, it's not that good. But the thing is, it's a piece to a puzzle, so you're going to play it anyways.
Yeah. I think the heart is the only one you would, like, include in your deck if it was a collectible card, right?
Yep. Oh, here's Cthulhu's Body, which looks okay. What is this? Performers Assistant. Oh, that's that Demon Hunter 1. Okay. Here's the 3/3 that you summon from that spell that gets corrupted. And then Holy Elemental. There we go.
Yeah, speaking of jacked. Holy crap.
I know, right?
He skips leg day for sure.
But that Elemental looks pretty cool. Yeah, he is. Look at that, dude. Insane. And then here's the... What is that? Oh, we already seen these. All right. I think the set's good. It looks interesting. I think it's better, pretty decent.
Yep.
Pretty
decent. How long did that take?
Dude, it's 1 o'clock.
That was 3 hours.
You're serious?
Oh,
yeah, you're right. So we probably don't have much time.
3 hour set review. Post that to YouTube.
Oh, man. We probably not going to have... Do you want to play some games, or... I think it's kind of probably enough, because it's pretty long.
Oh, wait. It's 2 a.m.
Yeah, so we'll end it on there, guys. We appreciate everyone coming by. Saturn, Sesh, Tiny, Nintendo Fan. I really appreciate it. We're going to post this on YouTube, but yeah. End up being no new game mode, but Rev and I will do some more co-ops, because, just this new progression thing is pretty good. And they did introduce some quality of life, though. Like right here, when you go to achievements, where you do your achievements, you have to actually click, then find it, click it again. They kind of hopefully improve that.
I think that's intentional.
Is it? What do you get rewards for, by the way? All these achievements for just to
yeah, I mean, I think it's supposed to like feel like more tangible, like you're collecting your reward. I think it's intentional. I don't think they're like intending to change that later, right?
Hey, did you buy the Tavern Pass?
I did.
I'm gonna probably get it too. Look, this one's decent.
I have not regretted so far.
Okay, then I'm gonna get it too. I was thinking about it. This one's they're starting to grow on me. He's not too bad now, I guess.
Yeah, one of the Janus looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, this one I don't think is that great. Oh, that's not bad. He's starting to grow on me more though.
I think the third, yeah, like that one, like she'd mess you up.
Yep, this one's okay.
That one's cool too.
This Jane is the best. I like her a lot.
You mean Thrall? Or wait, oh, yeah, stream delay. Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, no, she is sick.
And then let's look at this Thrall. Not too thrilled about the Wolf Rider Thrall.
I like that one.
It's not bad. It actually is starting to grow me. Actually, this one though.
Warcraft 3 nostalgia.
Exactly. This one though. Illidan looks amazing. Malfurion looks amazing. Rexxar looks pretty damn good. Uther looks good.
I'm wondering if you don't have a way to unlock the others, if you only get to have the one.
Oh, I know. Anduin looks horrendously bad. What the hell is this? She looks okay. Thrall looks okay. And Gul'dan looks pretty damn cool. And then Jaina looks pretty... That doesn't look like Jaina, though. Kind of weird. But and Garrosh is okay. This Garrosh isn't bad.
Yeah, I like Gul'dan and Garrett.
And I was telling when I did this, I streamed it the day this went live. I said the issue with battle passes is I bought one from Runeterra. Is if you don't play it and grind it, well, this one gives you a lot more time than the Runeterra. Runeterras are like 12, 15, 20 days or something like that. If you don't grind it, you don't get all your rewards. You don't get the rewards if you don't unlock them. So, like, if you buy it and never do this, then you're never going to get these rewards. Well, the free rewards you do, but I'm talking about these. Like this awesome Jaina. If you don't get to level 40, you're never going to get her, even if you pay for it. So you pay for it, but you don't get guaranteed. So, but what's cool about this, Rev, and I think you and I agree, is it gives you a lot more incentive to play Hearthstone more now.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, I played, I bought it last night, and I played like 3 duels runs that all went like pretty far.
Yeah. All right.
And I got like 20 levels in.
Oh, nice, dude. We'll do duels tomorrow.
So like the way I broke it down is I got for $20 I've already gotten 10 packs and then like 600 or 700 gold.
Oh, that's good.
So like it's basically paid for itself already.
Oh, you're still here, Nintendo fan. Appreciate it. Yeah. I'm gonna get it.
It seems pretty good.
Are you gonna get the pre-order? I think I am. I was kind of hesitant.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, I'm getting it too. This Enzoth.
Dude, Nazoth.
Yeah, he's just too good not to have. Yeah, I'm gonna get him.
He's got the eye, man.
I don't know if I'm gonna get both though, but I'm definitely gonna get the big boy.
Yeah.
All right, man. Tomorrow we'll do, or later today actually, since it's already Saturday.
Yeah, right.
We'll do some.
Probably not tomorrow, but maybe Sunday.
All right. Well, I'll probably stream some Hearthstone, but on Sunday I look forward to because I want to do duels. I want to see what kind of decks you do. We can look at your games. We'll look at my games. And
I've been liking Archwitch, like the discard decks. Oh man.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see your. Next week we're gonna definitely do some streams to see all our decks that get updated, especially your nasty Warlock decks. And
I'll have to post some decks in Discord to come up with stuff.
Yeah, put it in Discord. You don't post too much in there. We have a Hearthstone area. You can put it there. It'd be good. I would like to see what you. And I'll post some of my stuff. I haven't been very active in that Hearthstone area, but Hearthstone is actually good again, or at least getting better. I really like what they did with this progression system and the achievements. It really gives you incentives to play. I don't know why they took so long to do it, but it's here. Yeah, no problem, Nintendo fan.
In a good spot, you know?
Yeah. It was losing numbers, so they needed to do something, guys. They needed to do something to get people back interested in it. And it's good stuff. And all this stuff is what I like battle passes. Yeah. The only issue...
The battle pass is fair.
Yeah, it is. And the only thing, though, is it's your fault if you don't play. If you buy it and don't play, that's not their fault. It's your fault.
That's very true. I mean, it's the same thing as it's like buying insurance, right?
Ah, exactly.
Like you don't necessarily end up using it.
Exactly.
You're happy when you have it, but
exactly. All right, guys. We will talk to you later, and thank you for coming by, everyone. Good night, Nintendo fan in session. Everyone, sorry if I missed your name, but I'm tired. Night, guys.
See y'all later.